There's just so much goddamn weight on my shoulders. All I'm trying to do is live my motherfucking life. Supposed to be happy, but I'm only getting colder. Wear a smile on my face, but there's a demon inside. There's just so much goddamn weight on my shoulders. All I'm trying to do is live my motherfucking life. Supposed to be happy, but I'm only getting colder. Wear a smile on my face, but there's a demon inside.
There's a demon inside, just like Jekyll and Hyde. All this anger inside, I feel like Jekyll and Hyde.
Is there so much goddamn weight on your shoulders that you can't just live your motherfucking life? The story's getting old and my heart is getting colder. I just wanna be Jekyll, but I'm always fighting Hyde. You got rocks in your head, I can hear them rolling round. You can say that you're above it, but you're always falling down. Is there a method to your madness? Is it all about pride? Seems everyone I know, they got a demon inside.
There's a demon inside, just like Jekyll and Hyde. All this anger inside, I feel like Jekyll and Hyde. If I wasn't so deranged, could I ever face the pain? If I ever were to change, would the song remain the same?
All I'm trying to do is live my motherfucking life. Wear a smile on my face, but there's a demon inside. All I'm trying to do is live my motherfucking life.
Wear a smile on my face, but there's a demon inside.
There's a demon inside, just like Jekyll and Hyde. All this anger inside, I feel like Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah, motherfucker. Raw. Welcome to the show. I'm Harry. With me is Tyson. Tyson's muted.
I am, but let me talk to you anyway. I'll talk to you on mute.
There you go. Some of our listeners might prefer that.
Nah, they're good.
Want to thank Five Finger Death Punch for the adrenaline rush. Got a hell of a show. We got CM Punk saying some stupid shit again, being a hypocrite. We have Ricochet. He's crying again over something, I'm sure. Chelsea Green gets to clap back. Girl power. We have ECW's Wrestlepalooza. I believe that's the only Wrestlepalooza that was on pay-per-view. Aside from, the one they just did recently.
Yeah. I don't know what I thought about it.
I don't either, man. But we'll get to that. How was your week?
Pretty good week.
Yeah.
Been busy as always. Getting ready for the big game tomorrow.
Yeah, who you picking?
Probably Seattle.
Yeah, you going with the easy pick.
Yeah, they just look like a buzzsaw right now.
Fair enough.
Just don't think. Yeah, like now they were playing at home, but they've just been a wrecking ball. They're
Understood.
just that one team playing on a different level right now.
I'm picking the Pats only because more of the story than the facts, I guess. I'm going with feelings over the eye test.
Well, there you go.
I
And
think
also,
Vrabel might have more experience coaching too than because isn't the Seattle guy, isn't this his first year?
yes. Or I don't know. I actually don't even know who it is. I've heard his name before, but I keep forgetting it.
It's not Pete Carroll. So
No, it's some new. Yeah, some new guy, but some some people are saying he's the Sean McVay of defense.
and Sean McVay lost his first Super Bowl.
Yeah, but he is a young, like 30-something coach who people would consider one of the better coaches in the league right now. So
Well, so is Sean.
and
My point is that experience means something.
it does.
And they got Josh McDaniel. He's won a Super Bowl before.
Yeah, they have the experience.
Not as a head coach, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to be as easy as the experts that I've been hearing seem to think it is.
Well, I will say Seattle wins in a blowout, and if it's close, then maybe the Patriots will win. Like if if it's a close game, the Patriots stand a better chance because this is going to come back down to coaching at that point.
Oh, sure.
But if it's a blowout,
Well, then
then
if
it
it's
would
a
be
blowout, then yeah, nothing you can do about that.
well, I'm just saying, like, if it's a blowout, it's more likely that it would be Seattle blowing out New England
I
than
see.
New England blowing out Seattle.
I thought Drake May was supposed to be like this wunderkind, Tom Brady's reincarnated, whatever.
He is, but
Okay.
it's his first time.
Who's starting for Seattle?
Sam Darnold.
Oh, fair enough.
Good for him, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
He went from seeing ghosts to in the Super Bowl.
Does that just illustrate how piss poor the Jets are?
Yes.
Let's get to why we're here.
Talk about wrestling.
Wrestling. So we're in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We have a cold open. Braun Breaker throwing a fit, knocking over shit, intimidating the announce team. He gets on the mic and says he's fucking up Pierce's show. He ain't leaving until he gets out. And, Team Heyman comes out to calm him down. Heyman gets on the mic. He's like, "This is all Adam Pierce's fault." Because Pierce has to approve all the visas for the people that had to go to Saudi. Heyman doesn't believe for one goddamn second that Pierce doesn't know who the hood guy was. So the same fucking shit as the Austin Theory thing.
Yes. Now, I did not mention. I said it was Austin Theory as the hooded guy. I failed to mention that it could also be Seth Rollins. I forgot to mention that.
Was he in Saudi?
Well, he wasn't, or at least I don't think he was. But the hooded guy can only until he's revealed would it be who it is. So it could be someone who it could be someone else, but the the actual person that they mean it to be is Seth Rollins, who would be cleared. Like, I don't know. I think it's possible that Seth Rollins isn't cleared yet, so they're doing the hooded guy, so that they have time to get Seth Rollins cleared, so then they can do the Breaker Rollins match.
Why would Rollins be hooded though?
Because I don't know,
Okay.
but that's the only reason. Like, or maybe that's the reason, because he's playing mind games. Even though the hooded guy didn't take him out, but
If you say so. Okay.
I guess I'm just saying, like,
No, I gotcha.
the reason the person's hooded is so that they can buy time to get Seth Rollins back.
No, that makes sense. It's just like, if this were real life, it don't make sense that Rollins would seek revenge and then hide him. So, what is he, a ninja?
Yeah, that part wouldn't make sense, but
Well, Adam Pearce comes out and he comes out with security and he promptly hides behind them. He's like 20 feet away from them too. They have like it's like a wall of security, and Adam Pearce is like even further away from them. And he's talking shit. He says, "Look at you, Braun. You're embarrassing yourself."
I always like when that happens in wrestling, like they're hiding behind security and
Yeah.
talking shit. Like, I remember Christian, he was in a feud with, I forgot who he's in a feud with, but he had security. It was an AEW. And yeah, he was hiding behind security. He's like, "Come on, don't be a pussy. Don't let them hold you."
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Pierce says there's no one to blame but Breaker because he drew number 2, and that's all there is to it. But to make things right, Pierce says he's not going to fire Breaker for his piss poor performance at the Royal Rumble. Again, he's talking shit behind security. So Breaker falls over himself, heading Pierce's way. Bronson Reed follows, holds him back. Then LA Knight interrupts. Comes up from behind. Austin Theory and Logan Paul are still in the ring. And he beats the shit out of them with chairs and runs away. Breaker just calmly walks past security in disgust. He turns to him and he's like, "What are we doing?" And it's like the security, they're ready to hold him back. He's just like, I'm not playing anymore. He just walks past him.
Yeah, he's like, because Pierce wasn't there, he's just like, "Move."
Then security has to stand the rest of the show, I guess, because, or I'm sorry, the announce team has to stand the rest of the show, I guess, because they can't flip over their own desk.
No, they got it fixed.
Well, at the time they didn't. They were just standing like idiots.
Well, yeah.
Wade Barrett especially. He's a fucking
people.
He's the leader of the Nexus. He can't fucking flip over an announce desk.
Oh, he's old now.
He ain't old.
He is. It's
he might not be able to wrestle 365 days a year, but he can flip over a desk.
Well, he's gone white hair. Seems to have attracted a lot of attention. So much so that he took to social media to address it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He was like, that was actually funny. He was like, "All right, guys, I see what a lot of you are saying. So should I stop dyeing my hair gray and let it go back to its natural brown color?"
That was pretty funny. I'll give him that. So yeah, they're building up this tension between Pierce and. Are they building up for a match with Adam Pearce? Like, I don't understand what the end game is with this.
I don't think it's going to be a match, but I don't know what the end game is either.
Okay.
Maybe Pierce is going to have a stable represent him for WrestleMania.
It's gonna be like Dragon Lee. No. God,
Well, it may not be. Talk about it in a second here. May not be.
All right. We had a Royal Rumble recap. Then we have our walkers: Liv Morgan, Stephanie Vaqueric, because she's facing No Definition Rodriguez, and then Gunther, who is now being called the career killer, even though he's technically only killed one career.
Yeah.
After that, Javon Evans beat Ludwig Kaiser. Chad Gable came out to distract him, and that helped Javon win.
Quite the high drama.
We had another Royal Rumble recap, but this time it was just the NXT stars. So that's what we came to see.
Yeah.
Then the Usos came out. Jimmy's alive. So that's good. They came out to say that we have to wait one more week before their future 5-star match against Otis and Tozawa. Then Jay made the crowd throw up the ones and personally congratulated Roman, who sucker punched Jay and eliminated him.
Yes. Still just like didn't even brush right past that one.
Yep.
Like he doesn't even care.
Right. Jesus Christ. And then Gunther comes out. He came out to AJ Styles music, which was pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
It's very, I don't know, it seems very out of character for Gunther.
Yeah, it was. And he did the AJ Styles pose thing.
Yeah. And then they did the beat switch to his music. Gets to the ring, starts talking shit about Styles losing, just like Goldberg and Cena. Gunther calls himself the career killer. Then Dragon Lee comes out, and Gunther has to sell for him and use a ring bell to stop the little fucker from completely kicking his ass. And then Gunther chokes out Dragon Lee and puts his coat back on and leaves. He does this little thing where he hangs him on the ropes. It's pretty great. I watched it a couple times.
Yes. Now, this is what I was talking about. So Dragon Lee, he comes out to help, to avenge AJ Styles. But who's his real running buddy? Who is his running buddy? His little band of Mexicans, one of them being Rey Mysterio, who also is up there in age. So this could possibly be leading to Gunther versus Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania for his career. Possibly. Because aside from that, I don't know what else significant Gunther could do.
Yeah, I mean, if they're holding off the till SummerSlam, or like if the theory is right that Brock's retiring in Minnesota or whatever, if they're holding off on that match, I mean, Randy Orton.
Yeah, Randy Orton's the other choice, but
he doesn't. Does he have to fucking? Is that a Gunther match now? He has to retire people now.
Like, I guess so, because he's the career killer. But
God damn it!
How many? Like, there's no more careers he can kill unless they're ready to go. Like, that's what I'm saying. I know, Randy Orton doesn't seem like he's ready to go anytime soon. So, if he does wrestle Gunther, it's not going to be for his career unless they do the career match and then he wins.
Well, can't they just have a match? Jesus.
I mean, they're gonna put. Yeah, they could.
I mean,
Like they could just have a match and remind us that Gunther's this person retiring people.
because
But-
eventually, yeah, there's going to be people that aren't going to be retiring. So, what is Gunther going to do after that?
I don't know.
Oh, Jesus. We have Adam Pearce and Paul Heyman backstage after that. Heyman wants Pearce to schedule Breakker and LA Knight. Pearce says no. He kicked LA Knight out of the building. And Pearce says Heyman better escort Breakker out of the building. And Reed has a match against Penta. Later we see Breakker leaving and throwing another fit.
Yeah.
And they, Heyman and Pearce traded FAFOs. So, to me, the only outcome that's going to come of this is Pearce is going to get tsunamied.
That ain't gonna end well for him.
No.
They're gonna have to scrape him up off the the canvas.
Do they do a deal where Pearce gets tsunamied on a car? And he's out, and then Heyman has to be GM?
Well, I don't know if they're gonna replace him.
But no, not replace him, but he's out. He's not medically, If he gets tsunamied on a car, he's he's at least out a week.
Yeah, this is why it's weird. Like he's getting so involved. Like the only possible solution here is for him to get physical.
Yeah.
But then, he's gonna get killed and then he's not gonna be GM, so I don't know what they want to do there.
Or he might not
Yeah,
get
maybe
killed.
they have
He might do the thing where, oh, he's better than what we thought. Remember when Vince McMahon first wrestled? We're like, this old motherfucker. And then we see his guns. We're like, oh, shit. What the fuck?
walking out there all jacked.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, is he hiding that under the suit?
Pearce is a former wrestler, too.
Yeah. NWA champion.
No Talent Dupree had a commercial interview. She still sucks balls and is uninteresting to me. Figuratively and literally on the ball sucking.
There you go.
Oba Femi beat the shit out of the Viking bikers. My only note is yes in capital letters. Exclamation point, exclamation point. God, I needed this.
Yeah, he's kind of banished them to AEW.
That's fine. If it took the Viking bikers to see that, we needed that. I mean, when's the last time you see some motherfucker come out and just beat the shit out of two people?
Yeah, that hadn't been since, probably Ryback or Braun Strowman, whoever was.
Indus Share. I think Indus Share was the last.
Yeah.
That was the last time we saw like a fucking squash.
Yeah, that was after too. I forgot the team name. They tried to, I don't know. They kind of like tried to make them like the new Legion of Doom.
It wasn't the Acolytes, was it? I know.
No.
I know who you're
forgot their
talking
name.
about.
The one guy had like white eyes, contacts.
Yeah, he had like a mohawk.
Yeah, and his partner had like long hair. Connor.
The Ascension?
Something. Yes, them.
Okay. Yeah,
They were
good.
doing squash matches, but then they did. I guess they did it too long because they didn't really get over.
No, what happened was they got to the main roster and JBL like fucking destroyed them. It's like, who are these motherfuckers? They're broke ass Legion of Doom. And then they like for some reason they got, if I remember correctly, they got like tangled into legend teams. Yeah, they were dead on arrival. It's a shame because they were fucking awesome.
Yeah, but they were squashing people for the longest time. But
in NXT, they were dominating. That's why it was so fucking shocking, because they got to the main roster and they were just jokes.
Yeah. And
that was like one of the red flags for the NXT people coming up. Because the Ascension, that's when they were fucking doing tag teams. They had the Vaudevillains. They had Tyler Breeze.
I like them.
Me too.
And they had the gray, the gray entrance.
Yes.
Mustaches.
They were coordinated.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. They don't do that anymore. Not really.
No, now it's like singles people getting together.
They dress differently, and they're not teams. Like Fraxium. Come on.
I guess they're a team.
But yeah, Obafemi beating the shit out of the Viking Bikers was the greatest thing I've seen all week. Well, the second greatest thing.
Yeah, it was good to see.
Finn Balor had a promo video, and he can shut the fuck up.
There you go.
Triple H put himself and only himself in another WrestleMania commercial. And then the Bellas came out to do something I didn't watch.
They just announced that they are the original tag team and are going to be going for gold.
Okay. Have fun with that. Otis and Tozawa are back. Oh, Jesus. Bert Kreischer appears, and I know all this is leading to him taking off his fucking shirt, so I skipped it, and sure enough, he did. No Talent Dupree was there, too. Otis and Tozawa are wrestling for the tag titles, by the way. And they're doing this stupid shit. So.
Yeah, they were doing... Yeah. So Maxine Dupree was all serious while they were joking around, or whatever it is they were doing. That Bert guy kind of doesn't have a good track record around women, huh? Like, he's always undermining taking women seriously. Like, Maxine was being all serious. And he's like, oh, that's... I forgot what word he was using. Whatever his new Netflix special show is, Rampage or something. He kept saying it. Oh, that's like, she's being serious and you're still over here cracking jokes. And then you take your shirt off, undermining her seriousness.
Yep.
Like, this guy just doesn't like women.
No, that's all he has is the shirt.
I know, but read the room. We're doing a serious promo here. It's like,
yeah, but Otis and Tozawa over there,
they're
not serious. Yeah.
Corey Graves had a good line though. He's like, afterwards, he's like, it's crazy that Tozawa had the best English language of in that segment.
We have Penta versus Bronson Reed. Penta won because of LA Knight. So, shocker there.
Yeah, they kind of protected Reed a little bit. He didn't get pinned. He got counted out.
We got BFT'd on the floor.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Kaiser had a commercial interview. He spoke gibberish. So did his buddies. I didn't really get a whole lot out of that.
Yes, I didn't watch it.
I was wondering if his buddies were the Motor City Machine Guns.
No, it's Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate.
Okay.
And Motor City Machine Guns are on SmackDown. Like, on SmackDown.
Does it matter?
Well, I'm saying they're, like, active on SmackDown.
They haven't been for a couple weeks.
Oh, they were on TV. But actually, now they're wrestling over in Lucha Under. What is it? Triple I.
Oh, okay.
Undertaker's booking Triple A. And, yeah, now they're doing shit over there.
So Michelle McCool's booking Triple A.
No, it's Undertaker.
Okay. Liv Morgan came out, and I don't care. Dominic Mysterio's back, I think. Or he's coming back soon. I don't know.
Yeah, he'll be back soon. Liv Morgan just talks shit, pretty much.
Yeah.
So she's going to SmackDown before she makes her Royal Rumble choice, or her WrestleMania choice. And that was pretty much it.
After that, Stephanie Vaquer beat No Definition Rodriguez somehow. Liv Morgan attacked Vaquer because she's obviously going after her instead of Jade. That's what I wrote there.
Yeah, it was the crowd. They were in Philly. The crowd was not good. Now, maybe it's because, they're doing a street fight or whatever they called it. They called it a street fight, but they didn't go anywhere outside the ring, of course.
Wasn't it a Philadelphia street fight?
Yes. But, it takes place, 90% of it was in the ring.
Of course. And it's girls, so.
Well, I'm just saying, like, maybe Philly, doing a street fight in Philly, like, you can't just be using tables and kendo sticks. Like, you got to actually...
No, not after the shit we've seen.
Yeah. So, yeah, they weren't very into this match.
When I was fast forwarding through it looked pretty sloppy.
I mean, they had some trouble with the objects.
Okay.
Like, there was a chair spot that they couldn't get the chair wedged right, so it kept falling. I think there was one spot where Vaquer tried to throw something in the ring and then it hit the ropes and like bounced back and hit her.
Nice. They're just like the men.
Yeah.
Well, then we have Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns says he comes out. He says he's going to let the fans decide who's going to face at WrestleMania. They chant Punk's name before he can even finish his sentence. Punk comes out, and then he immediately addresses Finn Balor. Roman's like, "You're addressing Finn Balor on my segment?" Punk says Roman must be lost. This is his show. He's the champion. And Punk asks the crowd, he's like, "Who do you want to see? Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns? Or CM Punk versus Roman Reigns?" But he said it like, kind of like when we would do fantasy football and try to get the good players for shitty players. Like, now I could take Peyton Manning, take him off your hands, and I can give you I don't know. I can't even think of a shitty player. Tim Couch.
That's funny. That's what I was going to say. Tim Couch. Or you could have Ryan Leaf, huh?
Yeah. I'll just take Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
And then they both talk about how many times they've beaten Drew McIntyre. They really shit on him. We'll get to it on SmackDown. Just put a pin in that. Roman says McIntyre had Punk crying over a bracelet, and then Punk says he beat McIntyre in the most dangerous match in all of WWE. Or Roman says he's been beating McIntyre 3 years before Punk did. And Punk says, well, you and how many cousins? And Roman says he's family, or his family is the reason Punk had a WWE to come back to. And then Punk calls Roman a con artist who's convinced everyone he's a messiah who could carry the company on his back, when all Roman really did was hold the company hostage. Punk says no one's following in Roman's footsteps. Not a single person. Punk was champion for 400 plus days with Heyman by his side. Does that sound familiar, Roman? If anything, Roman is following in his footsteps. And Punk also says just because Roman did it longer doesn't mean he did it better. And Roman chose to be a part-timer. Punk chooses to be a fighting champion. So Roman can choose the guy he thinks he can beat, or the other option is the guy Roman on his best day knows he can't touch. Roman says Punk's only fighting champion because he took a 10-year vacation. The only thing Roman learned from Punk is what not to do. He says he could pick Punk because he's the biggest star, or he could pick Punk because he's on the biggest show, but he's got to pick Punk because Roman hates his guts, and he always has. And WrestleMania will be Roman's best day because Punk will acknowledge him. And for some reason, he's going for the lesser title.
Well, he is. But I think he explained it there.
Yes.
Like, he's doing this out of hate. A good reason to do things, by the way.
Of course.
Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. But yeah, this is a good little back and forth. Already shows you like the importance of the WrestleMania build. Like maybe we're going to be in for like a decent story here.
I liked it. My only issue is like, how many times are people going to talk about Punk leaving? Like, it's been almost 2 years now.
Yeah. He didn't talk about him leaving. He just talked about him being gone for 10 years.
He took a 10-year vacation, what not to do, and I don't know.
Now, I wish he would have.
That was one of the... Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I wish he would have said, like, of course, this would have, like, melted social media, but it's like, you know, you took a 10-year vacation running around doing what, your little trampoline park wrestling? Like, you know, kind of take a shot at AEW.
That would have been funny.
Like, run around in your little high school wrestling.
Playing with kids.
Yeah. But, you know, the internet would have, the AEW ends would have melted down on that one.
But yeah, we shall see. Now, the rumor is that Punk is going to defend his title at Elimination Chamber. Of course, it's going to be against Finn Balor. And I don't understand why.
Like, how much more can they tell you Finn's not winning?
Yeah. And
Like
what is and what did Finn do to deserve losing so many times?
I don't know. I guess he's getting that push they talked about. Because remember they talked about, like, oh, he's getting a push. That was one of the stories.
Oh yeah.
So maybe they're finally getting around to that.
It sounds like it, yeah. That was Raw, though. Thank God for Obafemi. I will just say that.
Yeah, it seems he's taking the wrestling world by storm already.
As he should. I don't even care if it's agenda driven. You know what I mean? He's fucking awesome.
Yeah. I don't think it is
I don't either.
just yet, but
I mean, there might be layers to that, but this one's warranted. This ain't DEI.
yeah.
But moving on, we have SmackDown. And for SmackDown, we travel all the way to Charlotte, North Carolina. We have a Royal Rumble recap, of course. And then the walkers are Tiffany Stratton, Chelsea Green, and her retard. Then we have Nia Jax and RuPaul. They do a side-by-side. We have Stratton, Green, and RuPaul. They're all in the Elimination Chamber qualifying match. Yay. Randy Orton, Solo Sikoa, and the MFTs. And then Aleister Black and Zelina. Same shit, just with penises. And then we have Drew McIntyre, and he just heads straight to the ring. And then Cody Rhodes attacks him before he can get there. And then Cody threw a big old fit about not being in the Royal Rumble match and suggests he has a big black cock. Cody then whines some more about... Yeah. Cody whines some more in that lispy fucking voice he has and vows that McIntyre won't make it to WrestleMania. I guess I'm over Cody Rhodes.
Sounds like it. But would you imagine that people were upset that Cody Rhodes made the black cock joke? Or I don't know if it was a joke. He made the black cock line, not being a black person.
Oh, Jesus.
On Black History Month. So to recap, people were upset that Cody Rhodes kind of race swapped a dick
His
joke.
Penis.
Yeah. It's like, how dare a white person make black references?
What is it? Well, if it's blackface, was it black cock? I don't know. I'll have to think about that. Maybe not. I don't want to know. Never mind. I rolled my eyes. I just thought it was silly. I didn't really think anything because I'm a sane, rational human being.
I mean, I laughed at it, but
fair enough. I was like, of course he would say he has a black cock. Tozawa should say something like that. Aldis kicks Cody out of the building because he's a sniveling little child. We say you better watch it, or I'll have to rethink his being in the qualifying match because he keeps attacking his fucking champion.
It's as fair as fair.
Julia and her slave said something. I skipped all of it. And then they lost to Rhea Ripley and Io Sky.
Not a bad match, if I'm being honest. Julia finally gets a reaction, so it's probably good for her. Just goes to show you gotta get her around Asuka and Io. She'll be getting reactions.
There you go. Miz cockblocked Dragunov's U.S. title match and then lost to Hayes anyway, instead of telling a compelling story.
It's probably for the best,
I guess.
Although I did see a clip of the finish, because of course I didn't watch this match, but I saw the clip of the finish, and not a bad finish. Like Hayes, Miz went for the skull crushing finale, and Hayes did a roll through, like a forward roll, and then hit the first 48 on him. So creative finish that I didn't watch live, but I did watch the clip. So I saw it.
I just don't understand why they have Miz. I don't know why they.
Maybe Gunther could face the Miz. At
Sure.
WrestleMania.
Why not? Fuck it.
Since he's retiring people.
Uh,
maybe we can get the Miz over there.
Leave the Miz alone.
I think that's a good match for him. Career killer versus the Miz.
Stop it.
He's winning at life. He doesn't need wrestling.
Tiffany Stratton had an interview, and it was followed by Chelsea Green. I got nothing to add. Then Bray Dallas.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Yeah, Bray Dallas had a spooky promo after that. He wants his magic flashlight back. Not the tag titles, his magic flashlight.
Yeah. Remember that, by the way.
Okay.
Well, I guess it's not that big of a deal, but remember he wants his flashlight back.
Tiffany Stratton won the girl qualifier somehow.
Prettiest moonsaults ever. And surprise, surprise, who did she pin? Chelsea Green.
Ah, that's what you get.
Which is directly...
Keep your dumb fucking mouth shut.
Well, the funniest part is, it was directly Tiffany Stratton who was one of the people they named when in the clip. When Michael Hayes was like, "Oh, she shouldn't be beating Tiffany Stratton. She should be putting him over." And here's Tiffany Stratton pinning her. So there you go.
Well, you can't be mad. They said it.
Yeah.
Randy Orton had an interview that was interrupted by Aleister Black. Black can't get past Damian Priest, but feels like he can talk shit to Orton.
Yeah, and he possibly dropped another Easter egg there. Or another hint. Because he told... I don't know what exactly he meant, but he told Randy Orton, he was like, "Oh, we've lost John Cena and AJ Styles, but it's a good thing we still have you, or at least part of you." So maybe that's hinting at, like, maybe Randy Orton's coming to an end. But, so we would get, I don't know, maybe that's somehow a tease for Gunther versus Randy Orton. It's just like them putting it in the atmosphere that Randy Orton's old.
Oh, what if they do this awesome story where Aleister Black just starts retiring people?
It would be something.
And they call him the Profession Destroyer. Well, after that, we had the Pretty Deadly Fruitcake. He said something stupid. Then Obafemi came out and played Smear the Queer. And it was awesome. I loved it. He did his little dance. And he goes, "You're dying tonight. You and your toxic masculinity." And sure enough.
And it went just as how it should in squash fashion. There was no competitive match.
No.
Now, yes, so this is already working, the Oba thing. I don't know how long they're going to keep it going, like him just squashing people, but when Kit Wilson was cutting his promo, you can hear the crowd, "Oba," and then his music hits and everybody pops. So
now they're expecting
like in 1 week, it's already getting over.
Goddamn right.
Like, I see now there are people, and obviously these are people who hate wrestling, but there were people who were upset that Kit Wilson got squashed by Oba.
Well, obviously they're related to him.
To Kit Wilson?
Yeah, that'd be the only people that would give a shit.
No, I'm talking about fans.
He has fans?
He has a lot of fans.
Oh my God.
this whole, I'm telling you, it's getting over.
No, it's not.
It is. That's why people were upset. Like, oh, why squash Kit Wilson? Like, that's exactly the spot that Kit Wilson needed to be, and that's exactly how it should be. Like, again, we're not gonna. I don't know. You can't have him beating. He's a comedy jobber. That's what he is. And the people advocating to him to have actually like put up a competitive fight against Oba just don't like wrestling.
And if he was getting over in any metric that mattered, he wouldn't be getting squashed.
He is getting over.
Mm.
Crowd reaction. Now, mainly it's this song that everybody's crazy about. But if you even in his promo, the fans are starting to do the toxic thing with him. I don't know. I actually thought it was pretty sports entertaining. Where he's like, not the toxic part, but like towards the end, where he's like, "Oh, and they're afraid of a man who can move his hips like me," and then he's like, he's shaking his hips, and he's like, "Take me in." Like, what? Take me in. And it went on like awkwardly long. I don't know. I was sports entertained, but I'm okay with. I'm sports entertained, but this is me in no way endorsing that he should like be pushed. Like, I was a fan also of the Heath Slater thing where I got kids and he'd get beat every week. But in no way did I think, oh, this guy should be competing for titles. No, this is just like a sports entertainment spot that you can do stuff with, but in no way should he be, moving up the card, beating people. Because then those people are just like, what are you doing with them?
Fair enough. Yeah, Obafemi. Thank God for him.
Yes.
I don't know about his little dance though.
You don't like the dance?
I wish it was.
That's like the biggest part of it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a little cartoony.
I don't know. It's like the biggest part. His little. Did you see? What's that guy's name? The Weeknd. In the front row there.
No.
Or I guess some people were saying that was J. Cole. I don't know. I don't even know who J. Cole is, but I mean I know who it is, but he looked. I don't know. There's this guy in the front row with dreads. He got shown on the camera doing the strut.
Oh, he looked like? Did he have the J glasses?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know if that was anybody important.
It's not apparently, but I thought it was The Weeknd.
Oh,
but
I couldn't.
Then social media said it was J. Cole.
Oh, you're asking the wrong person on that one.
But yeah, it was neither. It's just some dude.
There you go. Well, Drew McIntyre gives it another go. He's walking backstage. R-Truth and Damian Priest said some shit, and before that, I skipped that. But Damian's like, "Oh, you already have enough problems. You don't need another one." Shut up, Damian.
R-Truth was just putting over Oba.
Oh.
He was just talking about how much of an alpha Oba is. And he's like, man, he was eating up everybody in the Royal Rumble. And Priest is just looking at him. It's like, what? Did y'all fight in the Rumble? And he's like, my bad.
Well, Jacob Fatu immediately attacks Drew McIntyre on his way out to the ring. I'm not sure about having one of the biggest, strongest guys constantly get his ass whooped.
Well, he did get attacked from behind both times.
Understood. But it seems like all he's been doing is just getting his ass kicked. And when he's not getting his ass kicked, the people on the other show are just shitting all over him and showing him no respect.
True.
This is like the premier title of the company, and he's holding it, and he doesn't. Does he feel like a champion? Or does he feel like a guy that's holding the belt?
I think he feels like a champion.
Okay. I feel like he's holding the belt until Cody gets it in WrestleMania.
Well, we'll see.
We will see. Shinsuke Nakamura lost to Tama Tonga because the MFTs interfered. It's a good match.
Yeah, Tama definitely has a good look to him, like jacked up.
Yeah, he put on some muscle.
Yeah,
He used to do the face paint in New Japan, so I'm glad he kind of brought that with him.
yeah. Now I was really surprised there. I thought Shinsuke was definitely gonna win, given that I thought they were getting ready to do a somewhat serious Shinsuke push.
Oh, you got fooled again?
Yes. I got clickbaited.
There you go.
Like, because he came out to the full entrance and everything. I'm like, his rock star entrance. Like, oh, maybe. And I was surprised that he was actually wrestling on the show. It's like, oh, maybe this is his little, like maybe a semi push coming. Like as a thank you for the match with AJ Styles. But nope. Back to the losing board for you.
Well, I wasn't surprised because they already scheduled the match last week.
I didn't watch last week, so I didn't know that.
Oh, that's true. But yeah, Shinsuke, god damn, it's just another one of them that should win.
Yeah,
they don't do anything with. Like and then they keep like doing like these little stories with them that like, why do I give a shit? You're gonna lose. You're not gonna win. You're not gonna be like the good guy in the story because you lost.
Yeah.
Tama Tonga is the good guy because he's a winner. Axiom and Motor City Machine Guns are backstage. Johnny Gargano and his stupid hole were there too. I don't know what they're doing with Gargano.
He's probably just waiting to get to AEW with Ciampa.
Is that he's literally waiting?
Well, he's being a good soldier, but I'm sure when his contract's over, he'll be out of there. Although I did find it a little bit funny that he was distraught over losing the mask that wasn't even his to begin with. Like, that was the whole thing. So he was laying on a production crate, just depressed. And Candice LeRae was like, he's been like this all week since he lost the mask.
Jesus Christ.
It's like, and she's talking to them, you got to help him out. And Axiom's like, yes, tell me how important my mask is to him. And yeah, I don't know. It was just a little. The whole thing of it, I thought was funny. That the fact that he's, it's like, give me your mask. Help me come out of this by giving me your mask.
Terrible storytelling.
Yeah, I mean, he'll be in AEW soon.
I'm pretty sure I skipped this, so I don't know how accurate this note is, but I have Nia Jax and Rhea Ripley doing something. It's probably Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. Then RuPaul and
yes.
Nia Jax interrupt.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley and EO
Yeah.
had their little post-match interview where they said they're going to keep the titles for a long time, and then enters Nia Jax and
RuPaul, go ahead and say it.
no, I'm trying to use her actual name, which I can't remember right now. Lash Legend, there you go.
Mm.
And they said they're coming for the title, so I think that sets up a match next week. Yes, it does. Which SmackDown will air on the Sci-Fi Network because they're preempted due to the Olympics winter style. So SmackDown will not be reaching 1 million viewers next week. And if they don't reach it this week, that then makes it like over a month straight that they haven't reached 1 million viewers.
Hate to see it. Then Liv Morgan and No Definition Rodriguez showed up and made it worse.
Yep. This was even more nonsensical. So, Liv Morgan, again, she was just there to gloat about winning the Royal Rumble. And out comes Jade Cargill, basically told Liv that if she picked her, she was going to beat that ass. And then out comes Jordan Grace, who's been feuding, or who's been trying to get a title match against Jade Cargill. And Nick Aldis has the bright idea to make...
Oh, you skipped ahead.
Oh, did I?
Yep.
What do you mean?
Well, this is a backstage interview thing.
Oh. Maybe I didn't see the backstage thing then.
Yeah, neither did I. There's also a backstage segment with Matt Cardona. He's hanging out with Apollo Crews.
Yes. So that shows you. So Chelsea Green has gotten them both punished.
Also, the pretty deadly Fruitcake came and said some shit to Cardona. So he's friends with Apollo Crews and sort of feuding with the pretty deadly guy.
Yeah. So the pretty Kit Wilson blames him for bringing toxic masculinity back. And as he notes, because Matt Cardona has a perfectly manicured beard and glistening muscles.
There you go.
So, yes, he blames him for this. So that's their feud.
So now we have Nick Aldis in the ring. Liv Morgan and No Definition Rodriguez show up. And then they talk some shit. Jade Cargill shows up and says Liv Morgan will get her Barbie ass stomped if Morgan picks her. Morgan, who has to look up at Jade, and even though Jade's leaning over to talk to her, she still has to look up. She just laughs it off. Jade's in her face. She's ha. And then Jordan Grace showed up for some reason. Jordan Grace shows up, and then for some reason she tags with Jade Cargill against Morgan and No Definition Rodriguez. And they won somehow.
Yes. Jordan Grace, who is, like I said, who's been trying to get a match against Jade Cargill. So the only logical solution here is to have them coexist.
Sure. We had a Sami Zayn segment. He's depressed. Ray Phoenix tried to cheer him up. Trick Williams talk shit.
Yep. Sami Zayn didn't say anything, so there you go.
Maybe he needs to wrestle Gunther.
Well, maybe next year, because The Miz is going to be doing it this year.
Maybe it could be a handicap match.
Yeah, get them both out.
Drew McIntyre again, third time's a charm. And he says Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu should be disqualified from the Elimination Chamber qualifying matches because they attacked him like cowards. He crushed Sami Zayn in all his dreams, and he claps back at Roman and Punk, says it's a declaration of war to the SmackDown brand, and the other wrestlers on the show better pull their heads out of their asses. Also says you're high if you think that the trinket the Punk is carrying in any way compares to his real title. Thank God somebody's fucking putting that up there. Trick Williams came out to talk.
And that's why I liked it.
Liked what?
The McIntyre thing. Well,
I liked his promo. I like his promos. I like his interviews. I like the way he carries himself. But then when it comes down nut cutting time,
well, I'm just saying they spent the better part of Raw burying him, and then he's like, this is the don't joke yourself. This is the real title, which is funny that they're just like burying that other title.
Well, burying him.
But yeah, he and I like how he did this is if you don't, you need to step up in the SmackDown locker room. Maybe that's just high hopes. Like, yes, anything that'll make the show better.
No shit. Trick Williams came out to talk after that. And see, Williams talks. Oba hasn't said a fucking word, and he's so much better.
Well, that's what Trick Willie's got to do. He needs to let you know. He's like, he's Muhammad Ali.
He said, no, Muhammad Ali had variety in his game.
Trick Williams just saying he's a big talker.
My lemon pepper steppers. Here I was thinking it was like a creative line, but nope. It's his little thing. It's a thing.
I think it became a thing because it was people reacted to it so big.
Randy Orton won the qualifying match.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. Like there was any doubt. Who the fuck was in it? Aleister Black and who else?
Solo.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, what I was saying was, so Solo, he's walking out to the ring. For some reason, his MFTs were missing. And, they flashed the Wyatt's logo when he was walking out. So that's telling you that the Wyatts did something to the MFTs. But
something spooky.
But the point of it was Solo's walking from wherever he was walking from, and the lantern was there, just like unattended. And they're so hell bent on getting it back, and it was just sitting there unattended for Lord knows how long.
Well, if we find out that the Sucks attacked the MFTs, yeah. We don't know if they attacked. We don't know if they were at SmackDown yet.
Well, who put it there then?
The lantern?
Yeah.
The MFTs, but they could have left early or something. Maybe Shinsuke got them. Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, a little bit of story there. But yeah, that's what I was saying. They're like, the lantern's sitting right there. They could have got it if they wanted it that bad.
Well, they didn't get it during the match.
Yes. When he's wrestling, they can just come out and get it. Like the Undertaker's urn. I remember there was a lot of matches he had to just leave because someone was trying to take his urn. Usually Mankind.
It was Solo that got pinned, right?
Yes.
So after taking the RKO, wouldn't that have been the perfect time to come get your flashlight back?
Yes.
Yeah. So the Sucks are living up to their name. But that was SmackDown.
Yeah. Now, what they're doing next week is going to be interesting. So they announced the the qualifier matches for next week, and one of the qualifying matches, this being for the Elimination Chamber, is going to be Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu versus Sami Zayn. And you would think all three of them would be in the Elimination Chamber, but they're all in one match, so only one will qualify. So it's just going to be interesting to see what they're going to do with that.
Yeah, who's going to be in the match? The actual Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, unless they, well, see, even if they do like a last chance qualifier like they usually do, that still only puts two of the three, which Sami Zayn then obviously wouldn't be in. But if we're getting to a triple threat match, I don't know how they're going to pull this off.
Well, that was SmackDown. Moving on. We have a Wrestling Rewind. This week is Wrestlepalooza, brought to us by ECW. Year is 1998. We are in Marietta, Georgia. Opens with Joey Styles in the ring. He promises by the end of this pay-per-view, we will never be able to forget the name Wrestlepalooza. So the Full-Blooded Italians versus the Blue Meanie and Supernova start the show. Full-Blooded Italians are Little Guido, Tracy Smothers, and Tommy Rich. Tracy Smothers danced horribly, kept dancing even when Meanie and Nova did their entrance. Meanie was grotesque.
Yes.
He offended all of the senses. Before the match, Tommy Rich tells the rednecks in the crowd to shut up and give his team the respect they deserve, or they're going to come out there and whoop every one of them when the FBI are done with their match. Of course, the crowd didn't pay one bit of attention to Tommy Rich, but he did say it. They tumble around for a little bit. Nova's offense is really goofy. He did a choke slam into an atomic drop, which was kind of cool. Then he did a bulldog leg drop combination. Just something you'd see like one of the little cute cruiserweights do. And then for no reason at all, Tommy Rich gets on the mic in the middle of the match. He says he wants a rematch of their dance-off the Blue Meanie and Tracy Smothers had a while back. So the music starts to play, and they danced horribly. Smothers danced for too long, and Meanie didn't dance long enough as far as the timing went. And then the referee dances, and Meanie declares him the winner. And then they start tumbling around again. Meanie is running wild on Guido and Smothers. And then the ref scoop slams Smothers and Guido for no reason and actually goes for the pin. Then they wrestle for a long-ass time after that. Meanie and Nova win after Nova hits Guido with a reverse STO. I was out after the ref body slammed Tracy Smothers.
That's okay. I was out when they pulled the ref into the dance contest.
That's fair, yeah. We had a Just Incredible Mikey Whipwreck hype video. Just Incredible lost to Whipwreck 2 nights in a row. And Incredible's only option was to shatter Whipwreck's leg during a third match. And then Whipwreck came back at the last pay-per-view. Incredible broke Whipwreck's crutch over his injured leg. And then he's been targeting Whipwreck's leg ever since. So now they're going to have a grudge match. More importantly, I think Raven's sister is with Credible now.
Is that who that was?
Yeah.
There you go.
That leads us to Just Incredible versus Mikey Whipwreck. Whipwreck comes running out and kicks the shit out of Credible. And they fight in the crowd. Whipwreck tries to do a Russian leg sweep from the apron to the guardrail and fucks it up, so Credible gets on offense. And Credible gets a chair, does a running knee to Whipwreck in the corner, while just Jason holds the chair up to his face. Crowd chants Aldo at Credible, and he gives them the finger. He was Aldo Montoya in WWF. He wore a mask.
Boy, that's a deep cut. The
Yeah.
fans will know that.
Well, it wasn't that long ago.
But to know, like, I don't know, whenever people were, like, knowing the people under the mask, it's like, well, they're wearing a mask for a reason. And this was, I'm sure, back before the IWC stuff.
No,
Like the
they
internet.
still had the Wrestling Observer.
Did they? Jesus,
sure they
the guy's
did.
been around for so long.
Oh yeah, he's been around forever.
He was he
That's why
covering
he was-
Bruno San Martino live?
Was that? I don't know about that, but yeah, he's been around forever. That's why he's such a still revered name.
See,
He had credibility at one point.
That's what I'm talking about. These people have been doing this for a long time, so we're just where we need to be at.
Sure. So they go to the floor again. Just Jason helps Credible beat the shit out of Whipwreck, and then they try to put him through a table, but Credible ends up going through it instead. Whipwreck did a suplex off the guardrail. It's pretty cool. They get back in the ring. Both grab a chair and they joust with them. Credible ends up getting cracked in the skull. And then Whipwreck hits Credible, Just Jason, and Raven's sister with the whippersnapper. Raven's sister got it off the top rope. And then Credible immediately got up after his whippersnapper, grabbed a chair, and let Raven's sister get whippersnapped off the top rope. He just kind of watched. And Credible grabs another chair while Whipwreck's back is turned. And then Whipwreck turns around, blocks the chair shot, tries to tombstone Credible on the chair. But Credible reverses it and hits his tombstone instead. And finally gets a win.
Good for him. I don't really have anything to say about this match, if I'm being honest.
Fair enough. Yeah, I guess I don't either. Yeah. Cuts to Joey Styles, who says something, and then Balls Mahoney and Axel Rotten interrupt him because they have something to say. They say they're tired of Chris Candido and Lance Storm ducking them because Candido and Storm know they can't handle it, whatever it is. They don't specify. Rotten calls Candido a pussy whipped sissy. Let's try that again. Rotten calls Candido a pussy whipped little sissy and then demands a tag title match right then and there. Keep that in mind. Chris Candido and Lance Storm versus the Hardcore Chair Swinging Freaks. Now, apparently, Candido and Storm aren't as tight as they seem to have been in the previous pay-per-views we've seen. In fact, they hate each other so much, Candido stops just so he can do his own entrance. And then he insists the announcer do their entrance or announce their names again, only this time he put Candido's name in front of Storm's. Then we learn Balls Mahoney and Axel Rotten are still standing with Joey Styles, breathing with their mouths open. Candido has to call the Freaks to the ring, even though they made the challenge. He's like, come on, guys. And they're like standing there like, what? But it was funny. Candido had a line where, now I'm a fighting champion. Oh, and Lance is here with me too. And Lance said something. Now, hold on. Don't jump the gun here. You're just assuming I'm saying something bad.
Yeah. It was fun. Weird that the whole dynamic between them. It's like they hate each other, but apparently, as per Paul Heyman, they have to defend their titles. And I was curious
they're the
as
tag
to,
champions.
yes, but I was curious as to, I don't know, how they were still tag champions if they hate each other.
Because they're great wrestlers.
But I'm just saying, storyline wise, if they hate each other, you would think they wouldn't, I don't know, wouldn't get along in the tag, and they would be off just enough to get beat. But
they're
As
such
this match-
competitors that they won't allow themselves to get beat like that.
apparently,
They hate each other, but they're focused on wrestling. You got Lance
when
Storm.
the bell rings, they put their hatred aside.
Well, they don't do that, but they certainly find a way to win, though. I think if I heard Joey Styles correctly, Candido got jealous of Lance Storm because he thinks Sonny wants to fuck him.
Yes, that is what Styles said.
So, and they won't. I guess. Obviously, Candido doesn't want to just drop the belt because he's a champion. Which, thank God. Can you imagine? Like anybody putting the WWE tag titles that seriously?
No.
So Heyman's making them wrestle each other, or wrestle with each other, rather. So yeah, Candido makes the announcer do the announcing for the Freaks too. Seems like a stall tactic. I don't know what the fuck that was all about. But then he and Axel Rotten start. Candido puts on a wrestling clinic, and Rotten's cholesterol level just goes up. Eventually, it spills out to the floor, of course. Rotten dives onto everyone from the floor. Well, he fell. No one really call it a dive. Candido tags himself in, tosses Storm out of the ring, and then they start working as a team later on. Makes no sense. There's a free Flair chant after Rotten did some chops to Storm. And then for some unknown reason, the crowd also kept cheering Rotten's name. I didn't get that. Why would you cheer? Why would you cheer for Axel Rotten? Look at him.
Because they're the babyface team. They're chair swinging freaks.
So this dumb fuck match is going on. Then Sonny gets involved for some reason. Mahoney goes to slam her, but is saved by Lance Storm. This, of course, pisses off Candido. There's a big brawl. Storm and Candido kick Axel and Mahoney both in the balls. Storm tosses Rotten out of the ring and does an impressive-looking springboard. Something. I'm assuming moonsault, maybe? I don't know. Mahoney does his finishing move, and instead of winning the match, instead of trying to win the match, he grabs a fucking chair. Storm drop kicks the chair in Mahoney's face, goes for the win. Candido picks up the chair and slams it on Storm, then covers Mahoney, and finally this match is over.
Also hit Mahoney, balls Mahoney pretty hard with the chair too.
Yeah,
because it's just because of how he threw it.
Yeah. Storm finally kicks the shit out of Candido after the match, which is good because I was starting to lose respect for Storm.
Like you said, he's just there for the graps.
I get that, but Candido's hitting him, tossing him out of the ring, saying all this shit. Like, eventually you got to slug him one.
Yeah.
So, took care of business after the bell. He's a pro. Joey Styles is in the ring again. We're going to meet some legends from the Georgia area. Junkyard Dog is introduced first. He had some sort of growth on the corner of his mouth. It sickened me. Dirty Dick Slater's next, coming out wearing a cowboy shirt and an outlaw ponytail. The Masked Superstars after that. And then we're headlining the legends is Bullet Bob Armstrong. That's Road Dogg's daddy. And that's it. They all just leave after that. Awkwardly. Like it's, you see them all just like, okay. And they just leave. Actually, Joey Styles stays in the ring. He's going to interview the franchise, Shane Douglas. Douglas is coming into the match hella injured. He has a shattered face, busted elbow. He's got a fractured palate, the roof of his mouth. Douglas says he's been wrestling for a long time. Started when it actually was called wrestling and not entertainment. So the old-timers wrestle hurt, and you see people today on guaranteed contracts pull out for months over a stubbed toe. Douglas said he wrestled for the WWF. Says Michaels hurt himself before their match and handed Douglas his belt instead of wrestling him. Douglas calls Michaels a puss. He says the Intercontinental title means shit in wrestling after that experience. He says down the road is WCW. They got a guy by the name of Dick Flair who sucks Bischoff's ass. And he says he's been calling out Flair for 4 years. You don't like the old son of a bitch. He lists off all his injuries, but says he's still wrestling tonight. And it might be the last match of his career, but 50 years from tonight, we got to see the franchise at Wrestlepalooza. I don't think that's quite true.
Yeah.
Taz interrupts. He looks ridiculous. He's got a lot of accessories.
Bandana, the weird side chops, mutton chops or whatever going on.
Just trying too hard. He comes out, says the franchise ain't no hero for being hurt in wrestling. Taz wants Douglas to tell everyone who fucked him up. And then Taz declares himself the uncrowned World Heavyweight Champion. So I guess we're to gather that he's the one that fucked Douglas up. And just like Shawn Michaels handed the belt to Douglas, Taz demands that Douglas hand the belt over to Taz. Douglas tells Taz to go fuck himself. Taz chokes Douglas out immediately. And Douglas immediately taps. And the crowd reminds Douglas of this throughout the rest of the night.
Okay. Is that what they were referring to?
Oh, yeah. You tapped out.
Yeah, because they kept chanting it, and I was like, I don't know what they're... Like, what is that in reference to? But, yes, then it was that moment.
Yeah. He immediately tapped out. Like a bitch. Like a little bitch.
Yeah.
Taz is pulled away by security. Then Bam Bam Bigelow comes out and starts brawling with Taz. Taz is then taken away by security through the crowd, which instead of the entrance. It made no sense to me. Shane Douglas is completely fucked up. He's got it looked like he had a black eye. He's bleeding from his mouth. Yeah. We then see Taz thrown into a car, and then everyone stops so Taz can kick out a window and some of the door, and then the car decides to drive off.
Yeah.
And yeah, they show Douglas back in the ring. He's being led away by medical people. A crowd yells to Douglas that he tapped out. They don't give a shit. He's bleeding bleeding from the mouth. You tapped out. You fuckers. I love this crowd.
Yeah, definitely interesting.
I think they said they either said Francine or Beulah or one of the girls has herpes. May have been Raven's sister. It's probably Raven's sister. And now the main event of the pay-per-view is in jeopardy thanks to Taz. Because Douglas was already coming in injured, and Taz exacerbated those injuries. So Bam Bam's in the ring still. He's yelling at Taz through the camera to come and break his arm. Then rap music begins to play. Which leads us to Bam Bam Bigelow versus New Jack. New Jack comes out with a trash can full of Looney Tune weapons, which include a guitar, a crutch, a metal pan, an elementary school lunch tray, a radio, a hockey stick, a Nintendo, like an original Nintendo, and a Godzilla action figure. So they start hot. Bam Bam kicks New Jack's ass at first, tries to use the guitar on him. New Jack sidesteps that and starts kicking Bam Bam's ass. Then he puts the Godzilla figure against Bam Bam's balls and whacks it with a hockey stick. Spills to the floor. Bam Bam ends up using a chair on New Jack, and then they fight through the crowd. You can see New Jack's busted open. They fight through another section of the crowd. Bam Bam starts just so New Jack's. I don't know if he slammed him or if New Jack's on the floor, but Bam Bam just starts picking up the chairs and just throwing them on him, just like with force. And then New Jack ends up diving off the balcony with another guitar. I guess a fan just happened to be carrying a guitar with him, and New Jack plucked it from him and dove off the balcony, cracked Bam Bam right in the head with it. I don't know how, because it was on concrete, so I don't know how New Jack didn't hurt himself.
Well, he kind of didn't move after that moment, so.
Fair. So Bam Bam's now busted open. He gets to his feet, carries New Jack back to the ring, hits him with a greetings from Ashbury Park, and gets the win. So, yeah, to your credit, that was kind of it for New Jack.
Yeah, I only caught that because I had to rewind it. I was like, because the match ended like pretty soon after that. And I noticed that Bam Bam had to carry him to the ring, and he was pretty much dead weight. I'm like, did he even get, like, after that moment, that was pretty much the end of the match. Him jumping off the balcony. Styles was saying he thinks he knocked himself out.
I'm sure
and I
he
was
did.
thinking, like, what was the thought process there? Like, even if it was gonna work out, like, what were you like, what I don't know. How did you think it was gonna work out? Maybe I should be asking that.
I don't, probably worse off for Bam Bam, at least.
He didn't think he was gonna
He certainly didn't think Bam Bam was going to get up and carry him.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess they had to tell Bam Bam something because he kind of no-sold what just happened too. The fact that he got up so quick.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of crazy. There's really the only thing to that match is just New Jack jumping off something. I guess that's his thing.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not as versed in. I remember him wrestling through the rap music. I don't necessarily remember him just diving off shit.
I mean, I didn't watch a lot of New Jack matches, but now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, there's always usually something, him going off of something high up. Like, the one I remember is like there was like a stack of tables, and he jumps off the balcony through the tables, and like stack, I mean like 4 or 5 tables. And he just jumps off, and then they go through all the tables. And again, like, what? You didn't think that all the way through. Like, had it gone the way you wanted it to go, I don't know. It wasn't going to end well, even in that case.
Okay. We had a Tommy Dreamer's Sandman hype video. Dreamer's beating the shit out of Raven. Sandman's beating the shit out of Sabu. And then the Dudley boys are beating the shit out of Sandman and Dreamer. So that leads us to the Dudley boys versus the Sandman and Tommy Dreamer. Dreamer and Sandman interrupt the Dudleys' introduction, and then the Sandman and Dreamer stand on the floor and drink beer while the Dudleys just watch in the ring. Sandman drank a beer and a half, shared the other half with a fan, and he smoked 1 cigarette, at least. Dreamer dumped a beer on Beulah's tits and licked it off.
And I was thinking, like, they interrupted, this being Sandman and Tommy Dreamer, they interrupted, but he could have kept going, Joel Gardner.
He could have.
Because they took forever to get to the ring. They had to do the full Sandman experience.
Maybe Gertner couldn't announce over Metallica.
I guess.
So it's just a brawl. Really hard one to follow at that. Sandman came into the match with a pinched nerve on his neck. One of the Dudleys threw him into a piece of guardrail in the corner of the ring, and Sandman's out. Pretty much handicap match after that. Sandman's actually stretchered out. That's how bad he's hurt. So Dudleys throw Dreamer a bone because they just start tagging each other in the match instead of just whooping Dreamer's ass outright. Sign Guy Dudley inadvertently threw powder in Devon's face and then hit Dreamer with a loaded sign. Then the Dudleys bring the guardrail back. They crotch Dreamer on it, and then they do stereo chair shots to his head. And then Spike Dudley comes out to help Dreamer, and both Dudleys get hit with an acid drop. Big Dick Dudley gets involved, hits Dreamer with a two-handed choke slam, and Spike with, I don't know what the fuck it was called. It's almost like a burning hammer type move.
Yeah. I don't know.
But Beulah then gets involved. She kicks Sign Guy Dudley in the balls and DDTs him. Beulah then thinks she can just leave the match with no consequences, but Devon, of course, goes to snatch her. Spike comes to Beulah's aid, gets 3D'd for his troubles. Sandman comes back, wearing a neck brace, carrying a Singapore cane, cracks everyone with the cane. Dreamer and Sandman then hit each Dudley with a DDT to win the match.
Yeah, I thought this was actually going to go differently. When Sandman was taken out, I'm like, oh, they're going to do the spot where Sandman comes back for the save, but Dreamer's just getting his ass beat until then. But then, yeah, they had Spike Dudley weirdly come out there. Now, he did come back after he was put in the neck brace, but...
After Dreamer and Dudley were in peril.
Yeah. And I also like the fact that it was a handicap match, yet they're still cheating, or trying to, with Sign Guy Dudley throwing the powder. Like, it's a handicap match, and you're still needing to cheat.
Well, it also makes no sense why they all of a sudden decided to tag after, because it was like a tornado tag after that, or before that. Like, that's how the match started.
Yeah,
they're all on the floor, they're using weapons, and then as soon as Sandman's out, that's when they start tagging. That makes no fucking sense, especially if they're gonna cheat. Then why are you tagging?
I don't know. I was excited for this match.
Really?
Unfortunately, it was let down.
Because of the Dudleys?
Well, because of all
Beulah?
of them. No, because of all of them. Dudleys and Dreamer and Sandman. I don't know. I just thought it was going to be... I just thought it was going to be a good match, and then it turned out to not be.
Fair enough. It was just... I can't say it was not a good match. It just was kind of there.
I guess I just didn't like the... I don't know. The fact that, Sandman got taken out, and... I don't know. It was more of a handicap match than it was like a straight up... I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting.
Fair
Maybe
enough.
like a more of a traditional tag match.
And then Spike came out, and then didn't they go back to tornado tag rules? I don't remember a whole lot of tags after that.
They didn't tag after that.
So what the... Okay.
But it was more so because the match broke down, I guess. I don't know. I don't know.
We have a RVD Sabu hype video. It looks like Sabu tried giving RVD respect, and it wasn't reciprocated. Then Sabu helped RVD win the TV title. Sabu thought he was going to get a title shot after that, and then tried to steal the belt from Van Dam when he realized that's not going to happen. Tensions keep rising between the two men from then on out, so now they have to fight. And then Alfonso says he's going to manage both Sabu and RVD for their match. Did this weird thing where he transitioned with the title while Sabu and RVD were clearly in the same room, which made no sense. Basically saying he's going to manage both of them. They seem to be okay with it. I don't know. It was weird. But I like the transition thing. That's a cool little effect. Sabu versus Rob Van Dam, ECW World TV title. I guess Alfonso's handpicked ref is officiating the match. They made a big deal about it because but Alfonso already said he's managing both guys. So I don't understand. If he's managing both guys, why would he fuck over one of them?
I don't know.
So they wrestle to a stalemate. Then RVD decides to stop everything and grab a microphone. He says, "Now, would you think I would wrestle my best friend Sabu? No, this was all a plan devised by me and my good buddy Sabu." Then the ref gets in RVD's face. RVD attacks the ref and expects Sabu to do the same, but Sabu double crosses RVD. And the match officially starts. And they're still kind of even. Bill Alfonso is in the background changing loyalties to whoever's on offense, which I thought was kind of funny. Later, Alfonso refuses to hold a chair against Sabu's face while RVD kicks it. And this pisses Van Dam off. Sabu hits a crazy-looking moonsault from the apron to RVD, who's crouched on the guardrail. And Alfonso at one point shouts that he's a winner, and a fan of me... Alfonso's like, "I'm a winner." And the fan of me is like, "No, you're not." He was dead serious.
Yeah. And I couldn't help to think, like, oh, if this was today, that fan would have been baptized online for,
no shit. Being toxic, racist.
Yeah. Like, oh, just sit down and shut up if you're at the arena paying your hard-earned money. Just don't say anything. So, yeah. Just goes to show how we've evolved.
Sabu sets up a springboard table bridge between the ring and the guardrail. He tries to do a springboard something, but RVD is on his feet. Sabu stops, so RVD can have time to block it if he wants, but he doesn't. Sabu ends up hitting a DDT, but the table doesn't break. RVD landed weird. So they both kind of just fall to the floor. Then RVD catches Sabu with a Van Daminator, then does a 5-star frog splash, but that just gets a 2 count. And it's the 5-star frog splash where he changes angles.
Yeah, he had to basically turn 90 degrees in midair.
Yeah. And Sabu gets an Arabian facebuster with a chair, and then they wrestle for a little bit longer, and then the match just stops because the time limit expired. And RVD and Sabu are both really angry and confused after that, showing they have no understanding of the title they're fighting over.
Oh, it wasn't made clear beforehand.
It's the television title. What do you mean it's...
I mean, I didn't know until they said...
Well, a television title has a time limit.
I didn't know that. And also, it's a television title defended on pay-per-view, so there's that too.
Did you not see how WCW treats their television title?
Yeah, but
it's a television title.
Should be defended on television only.
I agree, but it's still on the pay-per-views. And it's still subject to television title rules.
Okay, I just didn't know it, though.
That is unique to the television championship.
Like, they have to put that beforehand
now,
so we know.
To what you're saying, they typically do like a 15 minutes before the match is expired or whatever.
Yeah.
So that was a failure on ECW's part. Sabu refuses to give RVD his belt back, so RVD had to do a, "What? Look over there." and snatch it back and run. This one disappointed me. I was expecting something a little bit better. Especially if it was going to take up most of the pay-per-view.
Yeah, it was shocking that it went so long. And yes, it kind of did take up a lot of the. That's pretty much, yeah, this and then the main event. So it did go on quite a while, obviously, if they go to a time limit. But yeah, I think they could have done better.
It felt like they would hit a move and then just kind of stall for time. That was
Instead
weird.
of just going fast paced the whole time, yeah. Like they can.
We have another Shane Douglas promo. He's still talking shit after Taz attacked him and immediately made him tap out for it. Or no, he attacked Taz and Taz immediately made him tap out. He says fate and destiny are on Al Snow's side, but the one thing working against Snow is that Douglas is a franchise. So even though Douglas might not walk out of the match as champion, Douglas will be known as a fighting champion and the franchise. Then we have a Shane Douglas hype video. He's been a dastardly champion that's needed help from his bitch and his friends to retain the title. Then Al Snow had a promo where he said he was really awesome, but never got the breaks Douglas got in his own career. So the sacrifice that Snow has made all culminate to tonight. And Snow doesn't give a shit if people say that he only won because Douglas's arm is broken. He's going to be champion, so fuck him. Shane Douglas versus Al Snow for the ECW World Heavyweight Championship. Now, Al Snow may have had the coolest wrestling entrance I've ever seen in my life. All the styrofoam heads.
Yeah.
And
Joey Styles said, this might be the most people getting head at the same time. Because everybody in the crowd had head.
Yeah.
So there's the head joke of the night.
And it was really creepy when they were rubbing them together and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed they toned down the fucking camera angle things.
They did, but it's definitely there, though.
Well, they had them upside down coming out, but that was really it.
Well, it was upside down, and then they did like the in and out thing. But it wasn't as bad this time.
So Douglas decides to take his arm brace off before the match and then proceeds to use his broken arm to deliver offense. You know, throughout the whole pay-per-view has been saying that, oh, my arm shattered.
Yeah.
Busted. Going in this match with this busted arm. Don't know if I'll be able to walk as champion. He immediately starts throwing punches with it. And elbows and chops. What the fuck? Snow targets the elbow. I don't know why. And then Douglas remembers it's supposed to already be injured. So he does that. Francine gets involved. Then starts sliding chairs in the ring when Douglas and Snow are fighting. Douglas sets up a chair contraption so he can powerbomb Snow on them. And then Snow gets a head of steam. But Chris Candido and Bam Bam Bigelow interrupt him. And Snow takes care of Douglas's friends. Douglas hits a belly-to-belly suplex, and Snow kicks out of it. Then the ECW locker room comes out ringside for some reason. Don't know why. Like, did it have that big fight feel?
No.
So I don't understand why the motherfuckers would come out to watch. Why wouldn't they watch in the back?
I guess it was... I don't know. I guess they were trying to make it a big fight feel. Now, to their credit, I thought it was about to be a big moment when everybody came out there.
Snow hits Douglas with a snowplow. Douglas kicks out, of course. And then Francine gets snowplowed. Candido and Bam Bam try to help Douglas again, but they're useless. Then Douglas wins by blocking a sunset flip. So he does the Bret Hart thing. Then the ECW locker room stormed the ring, put Douglas and Snow on their shoulders. And then Snow and Douglas shake hands. It's really awkward.
It was. And I still don't quite know if Douglas is a babyface or a heel. Because he has help, but then he cuts these babyface promos. I'm gonna be a fighting champion. You're gonna tell your kids about this, your grandkids. You talk about how I was a fighting champion, but then he's out there getting help in his matches. So
I think Stone Cold's around this time, maybe. So maybe he's trying to be that.
I guess. And then at the end he's shaking his opponent's hand. I don't know. But yeah, maybe they're just trying to do a tweener. I don't know. But even Stone Cold didn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just confusing behavior.
Well, I don't understand why the locker room put them on their shoulders. Like, it wasn't that good of a match. And Douglas had help. Like, why is he getting the hero's ovation?
Yeah. Just none of it made sense.
No.
And that's why I thought Al Snow was about to win. Because everybody was coming out there like it was about to be a celebration.
Well, yeah,
While
fucking
everybody was
awesome.
out there.
That fucking entrance, man. He was over his shit, too. Or maybe they just like the head. Well, Shane Douglas's injury kept him sidelined for the next few months after Wrestlepalooza. He continued to appear on ECW television and non-wrestling roles while recovering, and he kept the title. He would ultimately return in the fall of 1998. Al Snow left ECW after Wrestlepalooza and jumped to the World Wrestling Federation, where he would become 6-time World Wrestling Federation champion and Hall of Famer, and he married Stephanie McMahon.
Maybe that's why they held him on his shoulders. But they knew it was his last night.
Maybe. The feud between Tommy Dreamer, the Sandman, Spike Dudley, and the Dudleys became intense and personal after the Dudleys injured Beulah Beulah McKillicuddy on Hardcore TV. After feuding for the next 2 months, the two teams competed in a street fight at Heatwave to end the feud. That's going to be our next pay-per-view, which is Heatwave 1998. And the main event just so happens to be the Dudleys versus Tommy Dreamer, the Sandman, and Spike Dudley in a street fight.
Maybe this one will be better.
I don't know. Big Dick Dudley's involved. So get to see him wrestle finally. But before that, we have WCW's Halloween Havoc 1999. We're in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's our 11th annual Halloween Havoc. Well, not ours, but WCW's. 10 matches were contested at the event. The main event was the main event was Goldberg versus Sting. So yeah. Other notable matches were Diamond Dallas Page versus Ric Flair in a strap match. We had Goldberg versus Psycho Sid for the U.S. title. We had Hollywood Hogan versus Sting for the World Heavyweight title. Lex Luger versus Bret Hart.
Wait, Hollywood.
I'm sorry. My mistake. Hulk Hogan versus Sting for the World Heavyweight title. Lex Luger versus Bret Hart. Then we have Rick Steiner versus Chris Benoit for the World Television Championship. Yes, there is a time limit for that one too.
There you go. So on paper, it's a pretty good card.
On paper, it's a damn good card.
Let's see if they.
Let's see how they fuck it up.
Yeah.
But that is our Wrestling Rewind.
Just a side note from the Wrestling Rewind. Perry Saturn, he uploaded on his YouTube channel. I don't know. First of all, he has a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Perry Saturn.
Is it his YouTube channel, or do people just upload shit that he says?
Maybe it was that. But I don't know. He was talking about like a story time. And he was talking about when he was feuding with the Jersey Triad, the pay-per-view just that we had just watched.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, on Nitro, he was supposed to have a match with Bam Bam Bigelow, and Bam Bam Bigelow refused to put him over. So apparently, they had a fight.
It wasn't believable.
Yeah, so apparently they had a fight. So Perry Saturn fought Bam Bam Bigelow. It's just interesting that we had just watched that very pay-per-view, and then he's telling that story.
I left a comment on that video. Like, no, you didn't.
Well, they had to be tough guys back then.
Oh, sure. I'm sure it
I'm
happened.
talking about,
I don't doubt for 1 second that happened.
Well, I'm saying like the people in dresses, because he did wear a dress. They had to be tough guys. So,
well, he wasn't wearing a dress at that time. He stopped wearing the dress.
He was wearing a dress at some point. He is a dress wearer.
So you had the stigma to still shake off. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. And I don't know, Bam Bam Bigelow, first of all, not wearing a dress, head tattoos, and probably about 2 times bigger than Saturn. So, but Saturn also was U.S. whatever, some kind of military,
Army Ranger.
Yeah. So maybe it is believable. I don't know. I forgot about that part until just now. Oh yeah, I forgot he was military.
Yeah, I think Bam Bam may just be big and tough.
Yeah. And when you deal with a trained fighter, they can sway you. It's like when Kimbo Slice, remember him?
Yeah.
It's like when he got to the UFC and then he started messing around with actual trained fighters. They taught him real quick that there's levels to this fighting thing.
Oh man, his street fights are some of the most entertaining shit though.
Yeah, he was killing people in the street fights, but yeah, he got around the trained, like people who've been training all their life, and it just like outclassed him.
Well, before that, his image kind of got shattered because he street fought some ex MMA guy, Crow Op or something. It was really crazy too because there's like this group of people, and every time Crow Op would get an advantage, they'd be like, "Oh," because you know how that goes. But Crow Op ended up winning, and that was like his first street loss. It was a good fight, I guess. I mean, it was a good street fight, maybe. I don't know. But I enjoyed watching him box guys like, not even close to his size.
Yeah.
Just knocking him out with one punch. What? I remember the first time I saw him, he had his hat just perfectly cut, or his hair was perfectly cut around his hat. I'm like, what the fuck is this clown? And boom. Like, never mind.
I respect it.
Where can I get my haircut like that?
All right. Well, before we get into the stories here, I'm going to take a break. I'll go pee.
Okie dokie. I will, yeah.
We don't have anybody anyway, so I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
There's just so much goddamn weight on my shoulders. All I'm trying to do is live my motherfucking life. Supposed to be happy, but I'm only getting colder. Wear a smile on my face, but there's a demon inside. There's just so much goddamn weight on my shoulders. All I'm trying to do is live my motherfucking life. Supposed to be happy, but I'm only getting colder. Wear a smile on my face, but there's a demon inside.
There's a demon inside, just like Jekyll and Hyde. All this anger inside, I feel like Jekyll and Hyde.
Is there so much goddamn weight on your shoulders that you can't just live your motherfucking life? The stories get old and my heart is getting colder. I just wanna be Jekyll, but I'm always fighting Hyde. You got rocks in your head, I can hear them rolling round. You can say that you're above it, but you're always falling down. Is there a method to your madness? Is it all about pride? Seems everyone I know, they got a demon inside.
There's a demon inside, just like Jekyll and Hyde. All this anger inside, I feel like Jekyll and Hyde. If I wasn't so deranged, could I ever face the pain? If I ever were to change, would the song remain the same?
All I'm trying to do is live my motherfucking life. Wear a smile on my face, but there's a demon inside. All I'm trying to do is live my motherfucking life.
Wear a smile on my face, but there's a demon inside.
There's a demon inside, just like Jekyll and Hyde. All this anger inside, I feel like Jekyll and Hyde.
Gonna get the mileage when I can. And while we wait for Tyson to come back, let's check the chat. Chat, how you doing? Lots of good comments. Lots of spicy comments. Nothing worth repeating, so we'll just go ahead and forego the comments. You guys need to keep it PG. Won't be able to read them. Keep up that naughty language. So yeah, we have Ric Flair to talk about. We got let's see what we got on the docket here. Big E made an announcement. We're going to be talking about that. CM Punk said some things. Yeah, Chelsea Green. Most overrated. I don't understand why everybody is just so in love with her. And then, yeah. Got Ricochet crying. So there we go. Be sure to check us out on Instagram, Twitter. We are on, I believe we tweet actively. Be sure to follow all of our wonderful insights there. Of course, our main activity is on the YouTube channel. Be sure to give us a like, subscribe if you enjoy what you're listening to. If you feel like somebody else would benefit from the show, go ahead and share it. It'd be great. We'd appreciate it. And yeah. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
Where am I?
Do,
Where am I at? There.
do, 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 do.
I got up so fast I spilled my drink. All right, we back.
Yeah.
Okay. Stories. So we'll start off with I was gonna say a lighter story, but I guess it's not really light. Big E officially announces his retirement. So he took to the Twitter machine and he posted on his Twitter that yeah, he's retired. He said on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, I entered the pro wrestling industry at the age of 23 with a injury history that included a torn left ACL, right torn ACL, torn left pec, and a broken right patella. At age 39, I'm well aware that I will one day have to pay the piper. Oh, he's 39. I put my body through a lot, and somehow I feel great. I don't battle pain daily, or I don't battle pain daily. I'm unable to function. I am able to function normally and healthfully. I'm eternally grateful for the wonderful career I've stumbled into. I pray for all the fellow athletes and performers who have not had the same good fortune. A sincere thank you to everyone that has taken
Rich
time.
Holland.
Yes. Follow my in-ring career. It was an immeasurable gift to perform for you all. So he is officially done.
I thought he already was.
He wasn't done. He was just like, well, I can come back after, I can still come back at some point, I guess.
I don't know. Anytime I hear him or heard him talk about it, it was always like, I don't know if it's ever gonna happen. Maybe.
Well, I don't know. I guess, yeah, he didn't specifically say, like, he'd always, or for me, what I've heard, like, he didn't specifically say, he'd always be like, oh, I'm working on my neck or something like that, but not like going into detail, of course.
Yeah.
But you can always tell, like, he does the post show or pre-show, post-show for WWE all the time. And if you look, he's still like, whenever he looks at someone, he turns his whole body instead of his neck. So it's like still, or at least it was still healing. I guess it is still healing.
I don't know. If I had a broken neck, I'd be turning that way for the rest of my life.
Yeah, just out of like precaution.
Yeah. What? Don't make me jump.
Yeah, so there you go. Big E is done-o. But yeah, I don't know how surprising it is ultimately, but to actually hear it, and he didn't even get in the ring with Gunther. So there you go. Now let's talk about this other story. This actually might end up being a main story instead of the Ricochet story, but we're going to see how it goes. So,
All right.
Ric Flair, he took to Twitter, and it was an innocent post ultimately, but just how it was worded, it kind of got people like
Concerned?
wondering, concerned. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So just randomly, he goes to Twitter, and this was like on a Friday, and he posts. Now this is where I seen it at. It could have been somewhere else, but he posts a picture of himself and Ricky Steamboat, and he says, "We were an era that was lost but not forgotten. Dot dot dot. Because we were the best back then and even now. Thanks for the memories, Heart, Ricky Steamboat, and then date 2/6/26. Woo." And it even got me like, wait, what? So if you look at the comments here, not the first comment, but if you look at the comments here, everybody's like, what happened to Ricky Steamboat? Oh, I didn't even know he was sick. That's where the comments obviously took that, because yeah, he's I don't know. You see that post and you can't help but jump to uh-oh.
That's why I was looking. Did Ricky Steamboat die?
Yeah. So it got so out of hand, with people speculating that maybe Ricky Steamboat had passed away. His wife, this being Ricky Steamboat's wife, had to jump in, and that's the first comment here. So she had to actually jump in and say, "This is Steamboat's wife. I just want to come here and say thank you to everyone for your concern." And then even that, it's like, uh-oh. Also want to say that in my 11 years that I've been with Ricky, Flair has never given anything but extreme nice and respect to Ricky also. Again, and this is above the fold, by the way, and that's insider term, sorry. Above the fold just means like there's a little button that says show more, which shows you like the rest of the tweet. So she puts that above the click before you have to click to read more. Why that's important is a lot of people don't click to read more. Like they'll see the top half and they'll call it good there. But she goes on to say, I don't know why he posted this with any. I'm sorry. I know he didn't post this with any ill intent. On the upside, I got to chat with some of you, which I enjoy immensely. Thank you to all who have followed me. And as I read that, that is not the right tweet. Basically, she confirms that he's not dead. And then that's the follow up. But yeah, she concerned. She had to. I don't know why he didn't, but yeah, she had to come out and was like, he's not dead. He's actually very much alive, and like he's right here with me here. So yeah, not dead.
Yeah, I don't see. That's wild, though. Yeah, that was really cryptic. So I'm glad I'm not the only one that thought the worst.
Yeah, I mean, you just see that randomly, like just absolutely random. You just see that out there, and
I was confused as fuck because I thought Ricky Steamboat died. So I'm trying to find, wrestling stuff. So I'm like, okay, well, is he sick? So there's nothing. So what the fuck is Flair talking about?
yeah, I was like, what the hell happened? And then yeah, I looked at it, and yeah, this is where reading the comments goes well, because then the comments, and again, I don't see her. Maybe it was one of the comments.
Well, I think this is a good demonstration of how reactionary everybody is. Because instead of like taking time to assess what's actually going on, folks just automatically assumed. Probably put their foot in their mouths.
I can't even blame him for this though. Like, even I was like, "Oh shit!" But yes, I took the initial time to look into it a little bit more to figure out. Oh, he's not dead. This is just a appreciation tweet. Just
I guess.
very, very oddly timed. But yes, you'll be happy to know that Ricky Steamboat is still alive and well.
What's wrong with Flair?
What do you mean? He just maybe just doesn't get the internet thing.
Does crazy shit.
Yeah, maybe he just doesn't get the I don't know. Do you think maybe this was like was there any significance on February 2nd? I'm sorry, February 6th?
Maybe I have no idea.
Like maybe they had some big match at that in February. Let's see.
April 2nd, 89. March 18th. I'm not seeing anything for February.
Yeah, I don't see anything, so I don't know. It is. I don't even know. Well,
maybe Flair was just drinking. He got sad.
Just reminiscing as a drunk stupor.
Yeah. I used to have it all. Now I'm doing cameos for Barf.
Yeah. Yeah, just really weird. But yes, you'll be happy to know that Ricky Steamboat, as of now, still alive and kicking. And I guess also, side note here, Ric Flair also joked about having another match. So there's that too.
With Steamboat or just in general?
In general. Specifically, he wanted to wrestle
Brock Lesnar.
Ricky Morton of the Rock and Roll Express.
Well, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess that was just kidding because he deleted that. So.
Oh no, I think it was serious.
Yeah. Oh, have one more last match. Like, you really want to die in the ring, huh? Like, that's where you're headed here.
He doesn't seem to have anything else.
I mean, I don't know. It is kind of, I don't know. Seems like it's interesting life that he's living now.
You think so?
Well, yes. I wouldn't say it's sad.
Fuck. I would say sad.
I was trying to avoid that.
No, it's objectively sad. He used to be the NWA champion. He pick two girls in every crowd and fuck them at the end of the show. Now he's getting drunk, making a fool of himself. Probably pisses himself at night. Is he divorced yet?
Not yet.
I thought he recently got divorced.
I thought he was married, so maybe he did. I don't know.
Yeah, they got divorced in 2000. No, his he had a girlfriend 2011 which is 2011 to 2024. So yeah. He's an alcoholic.
Well, to be fair, I don't know. You got to live the gimmick so much that maybe you just you live the gimmick so hard, maybe you become the gimmick.
Okay.
So then you don't know how to turn it off because you've just become that.
I think when you're at 76.
He doesn't know how to not be Ric Flair is what I'm getting at here.
That's fine, but I mean, Ric Flair would not act this way.
No, but there's also old age too. Like when you get old, stuff starts happening.
Well, then he needs to, I don't know. He needs to just be old then. He can't be Ric Flair and old.
Stay out of the limelight.
No, not necessarily. He just needs to stop thinking he's the man. Because he's not anymore.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if he knows how to turn it off because he lived it so hard that he became it. And now he can't turn it off.
I don't know. When you're getting kicked out of, Applebee's or whatever, when they basically give you drinks because they want you to stay and tip them and you get cut off because you're such a belligerent fuck. I don't know. It's time to... And you're on... How many divorces has he had?
I don't even know. Lots.
1, 2, 3, 4.
More divorces or titles?
Oh, he's had more titles.
There's still time.
Yeah.
Actually, there's not.
He's had 2 since 2006. I don't know. He's just on a destructive. I'm sure his son has something to do with it.
Yeah, they can't be easy on him.
I do keep forgetting that.
Well, yeah, there you have it. So that did happen, but yeah, he basically went viral for all the wrong reasons.
As usual.
Next up, we have... Let's talk about some stuff that's going to irate people. And we can start with Ricochet. Because Ricochet, he took to... So, okay, he initially did an interview. And then that interview turned into him going on Twitter to, respond. Because that's what Ricochet does. So, I don't know. He basically defends what he initially said. So, I don't have the video, but we do have the readings here from Cage Side Seats. So, credit to them for getting this transcript. So, Ricochet, he was on the Mark Hoke show on February 3rd. Ricochet went into a little more depth while talking about his WWE run, specifically 2019 to 2024. And on that, he said, "You've seen Marvel movies, right?" Question. Thanos snaps, and there was a 5-year blip, and people who were just gone. That 5 years was like being blipped away from into a different universe. It just wasn't what I was doing. It wasn't me. Coming back to AEW and finding the love. It's like when Tony Stark finally defeated Thanos. I know this is probably way over your head because you don't follow Marvel, but and all the people came back. That's how
I
I
know
feel.
Tony Stark.
He said, "That's how I feel." Ricochet finally came back to what he was doing, and I feel like that 5 years was just blipped away. So I don't know if I need to break it down more than that. So yeah, basically, in the Marvel universe, Thanos got all the Infinity Stones. He snapped his finger and turned like half the population into dust. And then they did part 2 of that movie. So this was
Why only half the
Avengers.
population?
That's all he wanted. So his his thought process was the population is over consuming and destroying the earth or destroying the world. So if he destroys half the population,
Oh God.
then yeah, the world will be
He's
able
got-
to strive.
He's got some fucking tree hugging agenda.
Yes.
You're consuming too much, man.
Yeah, exactly that.
Gotta put the population down, man.
Yeah, so there's too many people, so he wanted to wipe out half, which then, that would fix everything, and everybody would be able to. Children would not know going to sleep hungry because there'd be bounties of food and all this stuff. He didn't say global warming, but I'm sure that was probably in there somewhere.
And systemic racism.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was part 1 of Thanos, and then part 2, the Avengers win, and then they bring back the other half of the population. So that's what he's referring to there. So they undo what he did in the first movie. And yes, there was time travel involved in that. So there you go. I won't give much more detail than that.
Thank you.
So yeah, Ricochet, he then goes on. He says, "I already know this is. I already know how this is going to sound, and I already know how people are going to take this. But I think that the day we got called up to Raw from NXT, he's talking about here, was the worst thing that happened to Ricochet's wrestling career. That 5 years really tarnished Ricochet's wrestling legacy." And so that's the first. Yes, he was correct. He knew that was going to sound crazy. And it was exactly that. Like, Ricochet's legacy, what legacy? You had no legacy.
He was just an indie darling.
Yeah, and no one knew about him. Like,
Yeah, in fact, you can argue that, yeah, the WWE is what got his name out. He wouldn't be in AEW if it wasn't for WWE, probably. Maybe. I don't know. Now that I think about it. He probably wouldn't be as compensated as highly.
Yeah, I don't know. It is hard to say because, Tony Khan does find those people. So it is hard to say.
Yeah.
Maybe he would be in AEW, but I think WWE really helps. First of all, it helps now with his name recognition.
Yeah, absolutely.
So probably helps him higher up on the card.
That's what I'm saying. It probably got him a better payday and probably a better position on the card. Like if he just came from, or is it Pro Wrestling Gorilla or whatever? He probably,
That is one.
yeah. So if he came from like to AEW straight from there, he'd be like with Action Andretti or something.
Yeah, he'd have to pay his dues.
He'd be on Ring of Honor.
So this definitely fast tracked him to being a bigger star. But it's not done there because he goes on further. So this was the part of the interview that everybody was reacting to, specifically him saying he had his legacy. So then he goes and towards the bottom there where it says here, there's more there. So this is where he's responding to fans now. Yeah, so this is like he's doing a Q&A responding to fans. Obviously because everybody was reacting to what he had said, so I'm gonna have some back and forth here. I'm just picking up. Okay, so in a response to a follower who was shocked Ricochet hated WWE considering he was paid and put on television, Ricochet wrote, "They took my love of pro wrestling away. I'll never forget how it felt walking into work every week, and that platform was only to make another look good at my expense. And I told them I'd rather quit and go back to the indies and make whatever I'd make than come back next week." That's what he says here. And he followed up with this. Same thing happens to, so this is this is ultimately why I wanted to talk about it. This line here. Same thing happens to Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura, Apollo Crews, and many other WWE and many others. WWE kills legacies and the love of sport. It's what they do best. Now it's funny that Apollo Crews was on TV a few days later after this comment. But two, if I was Apollo Crews, I'd be upset as hell as Ricochet's like, keep my goddamn name out your mouth. I got a good thing going here. You're gonna, like, why are you shining light on me? Now they're gonna fire me. You know how many budget cuts I made it through, and now you're gonna bring my name up?
No shit.
Like, because they're getting, it's WrestleMania time, and that's usually when they do more budget cuts.
Well, I don't know why he's comparing himself to Shinsuke Nakamura and Finn Balor.
Well, I mean, I don't know about Finn Balor, but
Finn Balor was a legend.
yeah, but he is also a legend in WWE, kind of.
No, I mean,
I wouldn't say they killed his legacy.
He was the man as Prince Devitt.
But I don't know. I guess, yeah. See, that's the thing. I didn't know Finn Balor before WWE.
Yeah, he was fucking awesome.
So
And he did different face paint. Like he didn't just do the demon. Like he had a Joker entrance. He had a Jack the Ripper entrance. He was fucking, yeah. He was all in.
yeah, and then he mentioned Shinsuke. I think it's pretty well known what's happened to Shinsuke here.
Yeah. I mean, he's not wrong to a degree, but I think comparing himself to those people.
I don't think he was necessarily comparing himself. I think it was just more pointing out other examples.
Well, no, because they had a legacy to ruin, like you said. His legacy was what, Lucha Underground? It's Prince Puma.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. I don't know what there was to ruin. I guess is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I agree. There wasn't a legacy to ruin. But yeah, just throwing in there at Apollo Crews, like, don't talk about me. I got a good thing here. My family is eating good.
I'm friends with Matt Cardona.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just funny that this came out and then he's on TV a few days
Yeah.
later.
They all were, weren't they? Yeah.
Yeah. Shinsuke had a match, but that was set up beforehand. So, yeah. Uh, so, yeah. And then later on, he was asked why he would sign with WWE then. If he hated it so much, why did he sign with WWE? He said, because it was a childhood dream. So they want to see what? Because it was a childhood dream, so they want to see for themselves. Plus, I don't even know what that means. Plus lots of people like fame, and it's the biggest company, so you'll be more famous.
There you go.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misread the question. That's what it was. So the question was why people sign with WWE.
Mm.
So I was reading it as the person asking why he signed with WWE if he didn't like it. But he's just saying people in general because it's childhood dream and money and fame. I mean, if you're getting into wrestling, I don't know what else is. What are you doing it for? To put on some bangers? Oh no, I just love the game. I just want to put on those bangers, melty bangers.
Well, I don't think fame and money is a realistic goal.
It is. That should be the only goal.
No, being
That's what I'm
champion
saying.
should be the only goal. And whipping your opponent.
Well, let's see, that goes to Graps. Yes, being champion obviously is one of them. But I think he's talking about adults, why adults would get into it. And yes, money and fame are like as an adult. Now, as a kid, yes. When you don't know, as a kid, you want to be champion.
Yeah, but not
You want
everybody
to,
not everybody's getting the money and the fame.
but you can.
Can
You have
you?
a better chance. You better have a better chance than not.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, the fame. Yes, I would say pretty much everybody gets the fame. Now, how famous? That's another question. But you get some fame. You get more than if you didn't go to WWE.
That's fair.
Like how many? The whole OnlyFans NXT to OnlyFans pipeline. Like they're getting that audience because they were in WWE for at least a little bit.
They call it a pipeline.
I call it a pipeline, yes.
There you go. Yeah.
It's like the transfer portal. And then yeah, so then finally he's like questioned for not saying anything while he was in WWE. And then he said, I tried to quit. They didn't give me my release. They did not want me to leave. And I don't really know why people are so upset about it. Like, why are people calling him out for not for saying he didn't like it? I get it. The legacy thing is a little much because you didn't have a legacy before WWE, really. As with a lot of people, I think like that pocket of time that they were in black and gold was like the height of a lot of people. Johnny Gargano, Ricochet, Tommaso Ciampa. Now maybe he makes something of himself in AEW, but the height of a lot of people. Like black and gold. It just, I don't know. Maybe that's just showing you how special that moment really was. That being the black and gold era.
I don't think was Ricochet in that era. I think it was after that.
Yeah, he was in black and gold. He came towards the end of it, but
Okay.
he was there. Like he had good feuds with. I mean, the biggest Ricochet moment was with Velveteen Dream. Have you seen that moment?
Nope.
We'll cut this for the clip, but just pull it up. Ricochet Velveteen Dream. We're gonna play it on stream. Probably gonna get it cut. Again, we're not gonna put this in the video, but you gotta see it.
Was the flip?
Yes. Go and put that bad boy up there. This is Ricochet.
Ricochet
the height of
can
Ricochet.
do. The Dream can do.
Like if there's any legacy, that's the legacy right there.
I guess I do remember that.
Yeah. So yeah,
Him losing.
that's the height of Ricochet.
And then he got injured by Braun Breaker.
And wrestled Brock Lesnar and got no offense.
Yes, as well as he should have.
But again, that goes back to his whole point was getting called up to the main roster was the point that that was the downgrade of his career, getting called up.
Because he wasn't the top guy. That's all it was. He didn't accept the opportunities that was given to him. He was on TV all the time. He was in matches all the time. He was in high profile matches, but he wasn't the top guy. That's what he really wanted.
Well, he's not going to be the top guy when you got real men there. And by that I mean, like, yeah, was he going to believably go out there and beat Bobby Lashley, Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton? No, he's not going to beat those guys believably.
Remember when he tried to help Rollins? Like, hey, if you need anything, let me know.
Yeah.
Like, I'll let you know who to ask for help because it won't be you.
Yeah, if I need help, I'll ask you to find someone for me. But yeah, that's the whole Ricochet ordeal. And again, people are upset. Like another aside, there was this story that broke that Sami Zayn, he was pushing to win at the Royal Rumble.
Well, duh.
Yeah, it's like, first of all, why is that even a story? Gee, what a surprise. The guy wants to win his match. Like, of course he
wants to win the title.
Yeah.
And they've been saying that he's 0-11 against this guy.
Yeah, I mean, this is an AEW where no one wants to win the title. Like, yes, he wanted to win his title. That's just, I don't even know why that was even brought up as a story. But, sometimes it's
slow news week.
Yeah. It's funny. I refreshed Twitter, and the first thing I see here is 76-year-old Ric Flair says he's thinking about another wrestling match. And then it's a quote to him that says, "Gunther, you know what to do."
Okay, so it's Gunther versus The Miz. Versus who else did I say? Pretty Deadly Guy.
No, you said Sami Zayn.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, so Sami Zayn and then Ric Flair.
Yeah, maybe we should put a
gauntlet
list out. put a list of who Gunther should wrestle, aka retire.
Put Gunther in a gauntlet match where whoever gets pinned has to retire.
Yeah, it starts off with the Miz, and then we move in. Maybe we can throw the Viking Raiders,
Yeah, why not?
Javon Evans, even though he just started.
God damn it, yes. Montez Ford, why not? What happened to them?
Oh, they just made their appearance at a house show.
Oh, okay. Well, good.
So maybe they're coming back. And actually, that was supposed to be one of the side stories. Because Montez Ford had a shocking new look. Let me see if I can get the video real quick here.
It's on Twitter.
Oh, yes, it's on board. He's fat now.
Who?
Montez Ford.
Fat now?
So now it looks like there's 2 Brian Dawkins on the team. Or Angelo Dawkins. Yeah.
You talk about this?
No. It's a video. Go back. Although that doesn't help him too much either. But it's the top left there. But there's a video. There. Yeah.
Get it out!
That guy's Montez Ford right there.
What is he doing?
So he's trying to play off like this is on purpose, but we know what's really happening here. It's not home cooking because, Bianca's got that hurt finger, so she's not cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's the problem. She's not cooking. And he's got to eat like ramen noodles and mac and cheese. And anything else is ready in like 3 minutes in the microwave.
That's crazy. Well, R.I.P. Montez Ford.
Yeah.
I guess he gave up.
They crushed his spirits by not keeping him on TV.
Yeah.
And not pushing him like they were going to.
Well, the start and stop, I would say.
Yeah, like
it's one thing. Yeah, it's one thing not to get the opportunities, or to always be at the bottom. But once you like get that light at the end of the tunnel, or that whiff of success, and then it's just immediately taken away from you, or it never happens, I could see you being disappointed.
Yeah, it's like, what's the point? Just let myself go. I'll just show up.
Dawkins, what are you eating?
Now, it's only fair because we gave Sheamus a hard time. Well, they did. We give Dawkins a hard time. As I'm sure he'll get back to form soon. If he wants to. Anyway, next up, we got Chelsea Green. She did So remember the story that we covered. In the video was titled WWE Unreal is Killing the Business or something like that we did. And one of the moments in there we talked about was Chelsea Green. Well, Michael Hayes, he was talking about Chelsea Green and said some inflammatory things that got everybody riled up. So Chelsea Green actually had a response to this clip. So let's go ahead and play the soundbite here.
Said some like less than flattering things about you, and then about, I guess, what was it that he was saying? I guess that you're just there to help the other wrestlers or something along those lines. And what was it like watching that back?
This is tea, ladies, because I have not done media since this came out, and this really, really ruffled some feathers. So the one of the head producers of WWE, his name is Michael Hayes. He works very closely with our boss Triple H, and he basically on Unreal said, Chelsea makes the most out of her time. So we don't need to give her 30 minutes. We give her 30 seconds and she does the same work, which is great because she's not meant to be here for 30 minutes. She's not meant to be the top girl. She's meant to elevate all those girls to be in that top position, to be a main eventer, which, it's crazy because I'm a self-aware human being. So I know my kind of like place on the totem pole in this fake hierarchy that is wrestling, but to actually hear it, to actually hear that there was a ceiling put on me, it's different. Like,
Yeah.
you can't help but be pissed off and a little upset and just aggravated at the fact that you thought that there was maybe a chance that there wasn't that ceiling, that maybe it was all in your head, and then it was confirmed, and it wasn't confirmed to me. It was confirmed on national television.
Boo fucking who.
I think I think she has a good point, actually. Like, in the fact that it was confirmed. Yeah, and yes, she's a public figure, so it will happen that way. But just to hear it's on national television, like you're finding out at the same time other people are finding out,
It's a reality TV show.
it is. And that,
They're doing behind the scenes shit, and the producers are telling about behind the scenes creative shit.
yes, and that, so it being a reality show, I think it's getting just this whole thing is getting lost in translation. Is honestly what I think is happening here. I think what he was trying to say, and maybe they just edited it in a way where it came out the way it did. I think what he was trying to say is like right now, this is like her role is to like elevate the other people. So why we were even saying it, right, is they were talking about what to do with the United States Championship, and they were saying, "Oh, well, we can put it back on Chelsea." And there was the question, well, she's already beat all the mid card people, right? She's beat Zelina Vega. She's beat uh, who was the other Mia Yim, right? She's beat those people. So if we put the title on her, like, where could we go? Because since she's beat all the mid card people, the only the only place to go would be to go up. But she shouldn't be beating the Charlotte Flairs, the Alexa Blisses, the Tiffany Strattons. And then that's where it cuts to his clip where it's like, what she just said is like she's supposed to elevate them, not be them,
I don't see how she can't beat Alexa Bliss.
because she's a top star.
So
Well, that's what they're saying. Like, but I think it was taken out of context because, or just it was edited weird. Because again, I think he was just saying like in the moment right now, her role is to be this. I don't think he was saying like that's just her cap limit. Now, if it is, yes, that's actually wild. I would even say she's probably like she could. I don't know. I think she could be champion. I think they could.
she was champion twice. She sucked.
Well, I'm talking about world champion.
Okay, what is she gonna do differently as a world champion than she would do as a US champion? Exactly.
I don't know. Some people say she's a good wrestler. I keep hearing people talk about the match she did with Penta, which I don't think is the flex that people think it is. Like, apparently she had a good match with Penta in Lucha Underground or something. I was like, I don't think that's helpful. Especially to Penta. That's not helpful to say that kind of stuff. But I don't know. If you're into intergender matches, then maybe that was a good match. I'm not
Apparently,
in.
Asuka had a good match with the dude too. So I don't understand what the point is.
Well, the point is, people think that she's more talented than to be put in a box of this. I don't know. It's got to be. I
But
don't.
she's not. Her team is stupid. They always lose. She's a comedy act.
Well, they always lose because they have her in a box where she's not supposed to be beating the Charlotte Flairs, Alexa Bliss's, Tiffany Stratton's.
Yeah, they're supposed to make them look better.
Yeah, she's not supposed to be beating the upper card, is what they're saying here. So that's why she's always losing.
Yeah, she's
Because
X-Pac.
Was he a loser?
Pretty much. He was kind of like the little gatekeeper.
Yeah, she's the basically she's the male or female version of the Miz, except she's tolerable, and he's not. I actually like the Miz. Just
Do you?
wrestling ring. I can't. Like outside of the ring, like if he's on like, I used to watch him in the real world, in the other MTV shows he did, and I was a fan of him. But then you get him here in a wrestling ring, it's like, please. But yeah, she's that version. Or that's where she is. I would say is, but I don't know. I think like if she were to win Money in the Bank and then win the championship, I could see that happening. Like that's where I would even slate her. Like I wouldn't say she's someone who's gonna go in the elimination chamber and beat 6 top tier talent, but winning Money in the Bank and then cashing in, she could do that.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I just don't see what she would do any. Like, we know what she would be as champion. I don't see what the big deal would be, other than she would just have another trinket.
I don't know. Interesting. Like, would be the.
Would it be? Because if she can't beat Charlotte Flair, if she's champion, like think about how Jade's run has been.
Yes.
It'll be worse than that. She either won't wrestle anybody or she'll wrestle Mia Yim.
Well, that's just because of how they have her booked right now. I guess the point of it is she could be believable to hang with a Charlotte Flair or Tiffany Stratton. I mean, she's just as big as them, as in like height wise. It's not like Zelina Vega, 4'11", is over here going through people, or like they said, Alexa Bliss, 5 nothing. Like, I don't know. And if she was in a more serious role, you could see she could be competitive against. I don't know. It would be believable that she could beat a Charlotte Flair if she was more competitive or in a more serious, not a comedy act.
Okay.
But yes, that's the problem though. She's a comedy act and she's good at it. And
Do you think R-Truth could be champion?
me? No.
Why not? If they booked him better.
Well, it's different.
How is it different?
Okay. Yes. I do think he could be champion if he had
Undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
Yes.
Roman's belt.
Yes.
The belt that Hulk Hogan held.
Yes. No. The secondary title. what I'm saying is, if he had never come in as a comedy act, right, serious all the way through, then like that run he had when he turned heel, and he turned heel on what's his name,
John Morrison.
John Morrison, smoking on live TV. That R-Truth, yes, he could have been champion. I could believe that he was going to beat John Cena. As a matter of
I
fact,
thought weren't they wasn't Miz Morrison and R-Truth?
no, or maybe it was.
I remember R-Truth was supposed to get a title match, and Morrison like basically punked him out of it. And that's when R-Truth turned on him. I don't know.
Yeah, and then he got white hot and made it all the way to headlining a pay-per-view with John Cena. And
then he got brain damage.
then Vince turned him into a comedy act from that point.
He got gold dust.
You know what happened is he started acting crazy in that, and then he started talking about little Jimmy and little Timmy.
And then he became a baby face. He became a baby face, and then instead of it being a dark and sinister thing, he had to turn it into a comedy thing, and he's naturally funny. And that's where he found his groove.
Yeah. But then also his downfall from ever being taken seriously as a champion. And that's why I was one of the ones yelling it from the rooftop when he came back. Like, no, we're not going to do a serious R-Truth run. He's just there to be a comedy act. Like, we can't start taking him serious now. After he cut his hair and put lines in it. And, yeah.
And that's it. And he started playing with his balls.
Yeah, and now he's playing with balls.
Doing the same shit. I was pretty
consistent there. I was like, no, he's not. Like, he's too far in the comedy role now.
Yeah. Well, I think that's where Chelsea is.
Yes, she might be too far in the comedy role. But I'm saying if that was toned down when she came in, maybe
if ifs and buts were candy and nuts.
Yes. But yeah, and then also Matt Cardona is now hanging out with Apollo Crews.
Yeah.
And getting talked down by Kit Wilson. So she has now punished both of them.
Keep your dumb fucking mouth shut. We see her next week with a black eye. We know Cardona set her straight.
He seems like he's a simp for her.
Of course.
Like, he's over here talking about eating pies. Like, oh yeah, I eat her pie every night. Like,
no, you don't. She eats yours.
Yeah, like, yeah, anyway. So there's that. But let's go ahead and do our last story so we can get on out and chunk. And our last story is CM Punk. He defends night 1 of WrestleMania. So he was doing a GQ interview, this being CM Punk. And they asked him about the night 1 of WrestleMania, which I would say is a controversial subject, whether night 1 of WrestleMania is an actual main event or if it is fugazi. So while doing this interview, and it's like halfway.
Says I have to subscribe to continue.
What? Huh.
Yeah, I ain't subscribing.
Have you? Oh, there it is.
Nope, now it's gone.
Damn. Well, just pull up a. I have it here. So just pull up a random picture of CM Punk, I guess. Actually, I think I just got the same thing.
No, we can
What
bail
the-
on it then.
What in the bullshit? Who?
Just bail.
What are you? What? Oh no, we're gonna get this.
All right.
Hold on. I'm gonna do it like this. Yeah, just pull up like a random picture of CM Punk or something. I'm gonna go incognito, which I can do on my end that you can't, because then that would destroy the. Okay, so got to be quick here apparently. All right, so yeah, CM Punk is doing this interview with GQ, and they asked him. So overall, the interview is about him pumping up the WWE 2K cover, but within the questions, he was asked, "When you came back, main eventing WrestleMania was one of your goals. You achieved that last year. What are some of the bucket list things that you have left to tackle?" The answer from CM Punk is, I mean, just because it's there, probably night two main event. Honestly, I don't differentiate between the two nights. I think that's just a way for people who are sad about their own lives to try to diminish something. I mean,
Wow.
Rock did night one, Stone Cold, Steve Austin did night one. Who am I to say it's not a main event? That's just silly semantics to try to hate on someone that you don't like for whatever reason. But yeah, I'd be hard pressed to really kind of think about what else I'm striving for, unless it's something really silly like if they give me an opportunity to do something with coal miners glove match. I really like to see if we can get that over in 2026. You know what I mean? Something weird like that. So there you go. That's the quote there.
Well, Austin and Rock have already main evented WrestleManias before they even touched night two. So I don't know where that comparison comes from.
Yeah, there was not there back when they were headlining WrestleManias. There was not a night one and night two. There was just
And you could bet your ass if there was a night two, night one would be the premier show. Like he can try to sweeten it all he wants. The feature of WrestleMania is night two, last match. That's the main event.
so you're sad about your life. What are you so sad about?
I'm not. Well, things at work haven't been going through.
Like what? Why does he have to go there about it? Like why is it? Oh, they're
I don't
just sad
understand.
in their lives if they don't like night one, or if
Well,
they don't think it's a main event.
it's one thing to be a hypocrite, but just to be so smug about it, because he's the one that made the main event at WrestleMania such a big thing, and now he's doing his best to diminish it.
Yeah, he made the main event at WrestleMania a big thing. People were quick to point out, his AEW promo where he made fun of the fact that there's more nights of WrestleMania.
Yeah,
Talking about like, oh, you can go to the other side and be, the main event of part 4 of the 3, or talking about like, yeah, being a multi-night extravaganza.
so he's no longer the voice of the voiceless anymore. He's just the voice of TKO, the voice of the machine.
And I don't know. Maybe it's because he's champion. He's just got to say the right things. Like
He didn't when he was first champion. He didn't say the right things. That's what got him over.
yes. Well, he's also the guy now too. So that helps.
Is he the guy?
Well, He's main eventing night 2 of WrestleMania, so.
Well,
Now I was thinking about it
I think
coming out on Raw. He's like, I don't know. He has made it to be a top guy, like a very top guy.
Of course, he's a top guy, but the top guy, and I think he was. I think he's just in the same. I think he's in the same position he was when his first champion, his 400-day run. In fact, I'd say he was more over then.
I don't know about that. I remember in the 400-day run, he never felt like the guy.
No,
Yes, he was champion for 400 days, but I don't know.
He doesn't feel like the guy now.
I don't know. I'm saying it always felt like he was transitional, even holding the title for 400 days. It just felt like he was just holding it until the next guy is ready.
It was weird that Cena was always main eventing. Like,
yeah.
Punk was champion, but Cena still got the main events.
Yeah. And that has a lot to do with it. Yeah, when you're the champion and you're.
But that goes back to it. If Punk, let's say they only have one championship belt, right? And they only featured it on night 1 of WrestleMania. And then you have Roman main eventing night 2. Who's going to look bigger?
That's kind of tough. That's tough.
How's that tough?
I don't know. Because it's the. First of all, that shouldn't happen. Like, that scenario should not happen.
Exactly.
Especially if there's one
Why
title.
shouldn't it happen? Because night 2 is the premier show. The last match is the match that you want.
Yes. Like, yeah, if there's only one title, I don't know what scenario you're putting it in to not be the final match.
Main eventing night 1 is just a consolation prize. It's just so people like Punk can go, oh, I main evented WrestleMania. Until they go back on all the shit. I don't even know if I'm ready to call it.
I don't know. I still don't know if I'm ready to even call it 2 different nights. Like, when people do like the end of year awards, and they do like night 1 and night 2 separately, and I don't know. I still consider it like one. It's just WrestleMania. Yes, it's on 2 nights, but it's just WrestleMania. It's one
show.
Yeah. So it's and that's why we say night 2 is the main event. Like, night 1's the pre-show. Well,
I mean, it's the first half of the pay-per-view. Then there's an intermission. And then the next day, you get to the real main event.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think of a movie that had like 2 parts.
The Godfather.
Well, I never saw that. Well, Avengers.
Godfather Part 2. What?
Is it a continuation? Like, can you not, if you don't watch Part 2, is it like, do you have to watch them both together? Kind of like the one, okay, It chapter 1 and 2. Like, it's just one. I just think of it as It, and you have to watch one, and like, you watch them as the kids and as the adults. You don't just watch the kids side and then be like, oh,
I do.
I've seen the movie.
That's exactly what I do. Like, what are these adults doing here? It's not interesting.
It does get a little weird as them adults.
They do the slingshot and then goes in the drain. Yep, it's the end of the movie. It's dead.
But there's a second half. No, there's not.
Well, there's 90 minutes left on the thing. Nope. It's credits. Yeah, I don't watch the adults.
Well, there you go. I watched the whole thing. Both. Yeah. Kids and adults. Although the kids side is, much, much better.
Well, I don't understand how Henry Bowers was like 80 and then the other guys were like in their 30s and 40s.
Just weird casting because they had to get people to look kind of the same. But yeah, there you go. So I'm sure this will be fun to ask, but let us know in the comments. Is WrestleMania Night 1 in your book a main event? Or is Night 2 the only main event? Sure, this is this will go over well. But on that note, that is all I got. I spilled a drink, so we did run a little bit long there. Sorry about that. I got up way too fast, but that is all I got. Is there anything you got?
Just have a good night.
And on that note, survey says one more for the good guys.